Hello, hello, it's Leah Simone. Thank you and welcome back to Intuitively Simone. I appreciate you guys coming to our channel. This is a space for us, me, you, and the divine, of course, where we can share messages. So today we are going to be doing a reading, a little bit more, it's a little different than, my typical style. But we are going to be seeing who is checking up on you, who's asking about you, who is wanting to know about you and why. So typically when I do these tarot readings, it's more focused on you, the viewer, and with the intention of, again, like self-awareness, healing, and stuff like that. And I love that. But I personally would like to take a little bit of a break from that, from, the focus on self for a bit and just kind of expand and see what else comes through. So if there's someone that you are wondering about, it can be romantic or not romantic. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be anybody. But we're going to see who is checking up on you and what they want to know, what they're asking, why they're checking up on you. So we have 4 piles. These will be in each of the piles. These came out whenever I was shuffling and asking the question, who's checking up on you? So feel free to take a moment if you need to. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I will put a picture here, or you can pause, take a minute, meditate, figure out which pile or piles you are intuitively drawn to. And of course, the timestamps will be listed below, and I will meet you at your pile. Okay, pile 1. So we'll use the tarot a little bit later to see what is being asked about you or why this person is asking about you. But first, I want to take a look to see who is asking about you. So if you guys have, been on this channel before, then you know that I usually like to kind of describe the energy that I'm feeling before I get started, and that usually leads me and trickles me into whatever the message is. So I'm going to do that, I don't know why I said but. It's not, okay, so let me do that. Let me start there. This energy feels, so let me just remind you though really quick, the energy that I'm describing, I'm asking who is checking up on you. So the energy that I'm describing, if you can't relate to it, don't be alarmed. I'm describing the person that is asking about you, checking in on you, whether that's asking friends, checking your social media, doing tarot readings, asking your family members, whatever it is. I'm describing that person's energy. And I feel it, the energy that I'm feeling right now is, it's like, it's kind of busy. It's like it's kind of busy. And I want to say fast paced, but not overtly fast paced. Like not so fast paced that it's chaotic and it's dizzying, but it's fast paced. Like I got to keep moving because I have to get a lot of stuff done. And, something with hands. I'm seeing like this part of the hand of a person's, like the forearm, the arm, the hand. Like I'm just seeing a lot of that, and I don't know, it's not really any. So this person may work with their hands or do something with their arms. I'm seeing an elbow now, like in the back. They might be a massage therapist, or if not a massage therapist professionally, then they may have given you a massage or want to give you a massage. Something about massaging your back specifically, I'm seeing the elbow like on a back, kind of just like working out. You're like massaging your back muscles. This person, this person may be masculine. And I feel like I need to like breathe for a second. So I don't know if that's something that your person has to do or does often. Like they kind of have to like recenter themselves, or else like I'm feeling like heart. It's not quite. It's not. It's like mild nerves. Like maybe there's a lot of like deadlines is what I'm getting. Like there's a lot of deadlines, a lot of things to get done, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. And so it's like, it's this feeling, it's like mild nervousness. Like I'm going to keep going and like, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. This is, again, I'm describing the person who's asking about you, the energy that I'm picking up on. It's like, I'm going to keep going with whatever it is that's on my plate. And I may not be quite sure like how exactly it's going to work out, but I'm just gonna keep going past these nerves. So it's like this, like it's like a constant state of like mild nerves or mild anxiety. Like at any point, there's like this constant nervous feeling of, and I don't know what that's from. I don't know if it's like having to get a bunch of stuff done, or if this is coming from like insecurity. But if the insecurity I'm feeling is like the pressure, like self-pressure, like the pressure that they put on their self, or the expectation that they put on their self to be a certain type of person, or like accomplish a certain thing, like it's kind of like I'm getting like image, you know what I mean? Like they're constantly comparing their self to an image. I don't, those, so let me see those two cards, because that was not, okay, so I don't think that this one was supposed to come out. Let me just ask, Spirit. Okay, so no, that's not meant to be out here. All right, so the song, let me just get, all right, so I want to get, I'm sorry, you guys. I feel so, like, tapping into this energy, it feels very kind of unorganized. Like, I'm, like, on the fly. Like, I'm making decisions. I was like, I'm making decisions as I go. Isn't that in here? It says, okay, so the song that, okay, I almost accidentally said thong. That might mean something, or maybe that was just a slip up. I don't know. But the song that I have here, for your person that I pulled was, I never miss a beat, I'm lightning on my feet, and that's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own, I make the moves up as I go, and that's what they don't know. That's the energy. That's why there's like this constant mild nervous feeling, because it's like there's no plan. Not definitely, there's an idea and a direction, but there aren't practical steps, not in everything. Some of this stuff is pretty impulsive. Some of this stuff is that the person who's asking about you, some of this stuff is like, they're just going with the flow. They're just going with whatever comes up. Like there's no plan. And the fact that there's no structure or plan is like, I don't want to read these in reverse. It's okay, Spirit's telling me to get another one. I'm sorry. Let me, so this energy where it's like, it's like that. It's ping-ponging. It's bouncing all over the place because there's no rubric to follow. There's no real like structure or organization. It's kind of just like, let me see what goes up. But the problem with that this person might be facing is that when things start to come up, or there's no like, I heard check back point. So if you have a list, like a to-do list, right? This is the example that I'm getting of things that you have to do. You do the first one, you write it down, you mark it off, whatever. And then you just continue to go through that. If something comes in and it's like, oh, I have this other thing that's urgent that I need to address right now, or, you know, this is taking priority or whatever, like I need to pause what I'm doing so I can do this thing, then yes, that person does that. But then it's like, okay, where was I? What was I doing? Like because there's no task list, there's no structure or organization to say like, this is what needs to get done in this day or in this week or in this month, and this is how it's going to be prioritized. So if and when, because it's inevitable, something comes up, instead of me just kind of like constantly going, I have some sort of a check back point to see like, okay, this is where I left off, this is what I still have to do, so let me keep chugging away at this. When the next thing comes up, I can address that, whatever. This is your person. I'm describing the person that's asking about you, okay? So this is how they are. The thing about that is that like that way of being, where it's like I make the moves up as I go and that's what they don't know, you couldn't, remember when I was saying in the beginning, like you couldn't look at them and say, if they're not overtly like rushing around, like you wouldn't look at them and see like, oh my gosh, everything is chaotic. It's not overt. You can see that there's kind of like an urgency, like a pep in the step. You can see that, but it's not anything that's alarming. This person, however, is functioning at I heard a lull, like a constant, like dull anxiety. It's just there all the time, constantly. Okay, I'm so spirit saying even like in sleep. Okay, so what I'm seeing is like this person may not sleep well because they're constantly thinking, even in their dream state. Even in their dream state, it's like their brain is so active, their subconscious mind is so active, their dreams are very vivid, so they're not even resting well. And so like even when so it's constant, it's a constant like nervousness, a constant anxiety, a constant like I got to get stuff done. Okay, and so now I'm being drawn to the beaver here, and the beaver, the way that this card is described, is that like this person may not be someone that like initiates tasks on their own or initiates. So for example, like talking about organization and stuff, this person may not be a person to initiate organizing their schedule. But once they get going and they're on a path, or they're on I heard momentum. Once they get momentum and they're in a direction, they're moving in a direction, they will gain momentum and continue forward in that way. So like if this is a thing that you noticed about this person, and maybe you're wondering like, how can you help? You figuring out what they have going on and kind of organizing and creating like a schedule for this person, or whatever it is that they need to help them kind of organize their thoughts, organize their day, categorize things so they know how to move. They're not good at implementing that, but they benefit from having it. So if you are a person that is good at that, like structure, organization, creating routine, things like that, meeting deadlines, prioritizing those things, you putting something in place, and again, this isn't like, I want to be clear, this person, because I think that this person is very proud, so I don't feel like this is a person that would ask you for this. And if you were to just hand them over, like, here's your schedule, this is what you need to follow, that would probably, I'm just picking up that would likely be very offensive for them. Even though it's like, they might be able to see, even though it would benefit them, it would be offensive because it's a part of their pride. It's a part of their ego. So like this has to be a thing it's like a decision that's made to involved. You have to involve this. Okay, what am I trying to say? Hold on, Spirit's telling me to slow down. It's like if you okay. So it's you probably would need to ask this person's permission. Okay, hold on. When I say ask this person's permission, I mean like if that's the idea that you have, say like, hey, I have this idea. I'm really good at creating organization and whatever, however you say it. Like, I think that you could benefit from this. would you be open if I did that for you? Like, is that something that you think you could benefit from? Do you want to give that a try? You know what I mean? But to just do something, like, okay, I heard impose. Like, if you were to just impose yourself or your idea or your, especially when it comes to that person, if it feels too controlling, if it's like, this is what you need to do, I know what's best for you, that like automatically shuts that person down. So you have to like ask permission in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Not like, can I please do this? Not like that. It doesn't have to be like that. I don't mean like you don't have your own authority. You do, but it's more of like a teamwork. Like it's involvement. It's not just dictatorship. Dictatorship I'm getting for this person is like anything that feels like dictatorship, anything that feels like it challenges that person's individuality or their ability to make their own decisions, their ability to govern their self accordingly, is not that person. It's a trigger. That person like shuts that down immediately and I heard inflamed, so they may become and then I heard enraged, so they may become like pretty emotionally reactive to that, yelling, maybe, you know, like angry, or just like cut you off and like, no, like now I'm not, like that's a hard tripwire is what I just heard. Like that's a hard tripwire for that person. If you were to do something for that, it's like automatic. I'm seeing now like, okay, what is this? It's like there's this thin string. Okay, so it's like there's this, is this steel? Like this steel vault, and it's like a hallway, and you're walking down the hallway to get to, okay, like jewels at the end of this vault. At the end of this hallway, and it's just the hallway is all you see. You don't see this little string, and as soon as you trip that string, like there's this thick, like 10-inch thick steel door that just comes slamming down. Wow, that was really loud and aggressive, but that's what I'm hearing and seeing and feeling. Like that's the energy. Once you hit that tripwire, it's like that, and there you can't, like, it's gonna take a lot for it to come back up or like to penetrate it. I mean, if you try to like beat your way through or jackhammer it up, if you try to do all of these things to get past it, it only reinforces that barrier. But this is your person that I'm describing, mind you, okay? This is their system. This is how they operate. So if you trip that wire and then you respond to that wire by trying to break in through that vault door because you want to get to those jewels, it's only going to reinforce it. That seal is going to become tighter, like layers of steel is going to like come, and that thickness is only going to get wider. It's like you have to ask permission. I heard state yourself, okay, and then I heard state your name and purpose. Like it's not funny, but I'm seeing now like a person. Oh, okay. So this is an inner child defense mechanism. What I'm seeing now is like a child in like a fort, and this fort is like, it's a fort, and they're looking out at you through like a handmade like cardboard viewer thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like where you can like look through your eye, like hold that up, and like you're like, who is it? It's like that. It's like cardboard is painted, and that's not to say your person is like immature or anything. It's not. This is symbolism that this is like a defense mechanism for your person's inner child. So the inner child is like, no, like you need the password. Like, what's the password? Oh, okay. So it's starting to make me a little bit like emotional. So it's like your person's like, what's the password? You know what I mean? Like you state your name and purpose. You need permission to get in here. Like it's like that. I'm getting very childlike energy now, where it's like, you know what I mean? Like if you want to be a part of our club, then you have to follow the rules. You didn't ask permission. Like that's what I'm hearing right now. Like you didn't ask permission. It's like this person wants to like assert their self. Oh my gosh, it's almost like making me emotional. Like it's almost like fearful energy. Like this person, oh my God, I have to like ground myself for a second, because this is a heavy trigger for your person. Woo. So I was intending, okay, whatever. When spirit delivers the message, I receive it. But like so I'm getting that something may have happened, because my intention was to describe the person so you know who it is, and then like why they're checking up on you. But I'm getting like, maybe there's something you need to know. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Like, I intended almost the opposite, but I feel like I'm explaining this person for you. And my intention was to like, explain. I don't know if I'm clear. I feel like I'm not. I can see it and I don't know how to articulate. That might be another thing for your person, actually, where it's like your person may be a very visual person. Your person, I'm getting, is like they have very strong, your person may be heavily psychic. Your person may be heavily psychic. A couple things are coming through. Okay, so your person may be like very internal. I heard isolated. Your person may be heavily psychic. Your person may have a neurodivergence. Your person, there's like a difficulty. Okay, so this may be like a trauma response where there's a difficulty connecting the details of what they see or what they feel or what they're trying to convey in words. It's like words are so simple to this person's mind. Whatever they see, or it's like they get a lot of information at one time, and it's a lot, it's intense. And then to try to put that in words, it's like trying to, okay, I'm getting a vision of like a funnel, and the funnel is going into like a cup or something. But the funnel, the base, the what is that called? Like the bowl part of the funnel is so huge. And then it comes down to like a tiny, tiny, tiny little straw. And it's like trying to get all of the contents of this funnel into this cup, which is smaller than this bowl. But you're trying to get it through this tiny, tiny straw. So it's like this person has a difficult time. I heard synthesize, like trying to synthesize what's going on in their internal world into a way that it makes sense using very limited words. And not only using very limited words, but this process, because there's so much information in this bowl that has to be funneled through into this little cup, it's like the process it takes a little while. Where you might be a person that can clearly just shoot words off, like clearly articulate what it is and kind of get to the point. And I think this person appreciates that about you because that's a struggle for them. Like that's what they want to do, that's what they try to do, but it's such a process to filter everything that's going on in their internal world. And it doesn't even have to be a complex situation. It could just be like what I was just trying to describe. So much comes at one time. Your person may be like heavily intuitive, like heavily psychic, heavily present in the spiritual world. If you notice your person kind of like zoning out and like kind of like staring off into whatever, like it's like they spend a lot of their time in like the spiritual realm. Like, yes, obviously you see their physical body here, whatever, but if you have to like find yourself constantly kind of like, hey, like, you know, not I don't know why I keep snapping, like maybe that's how you feel, like, hello, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like that person kind of, it's like they can't, I started to say like they can't snap out of it, like they're so psychic. So they're constantly receiving like from the spiritual realm, information, wisdom, knowledge, enlightenment, for them to be able to share, for them to be able to heal, for them to be able to heal others. This is a part of their divine destiny. And the way that it looks though, at surface level, is what I just described about this funnel. So it looks like this person is maybe like inarticulate is what I heard. And it's not that. It's just that like this person has a process and they need to, in order to be able to make the best impact, the greatest impact, the most beneficial impact for the situation, for the person, for whatever, they need to be, I heard choose wisely. Now I'm hearing Swiss Beats, choose wisely. Now double your money and make it stack. I'm on to the next, on to the next one. So I don't know what that is. I'm on to the next, on to the next one, on to the next, on to the. It's like I'm just getting the energy of like like they have work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Spirit's telling me to say it's not personal. To you, the viewer, it's not personal. I think that you might have personalized the way this person is, and it's not that. It's not personal to you. it's not personal to anyone. It's their purpose. It's their divine purpose, because they are such a strong channel, because they have such strong psychic abilities, because they are constantly connecting and communicating with the spiritual realm, because the divine uses them so frequently, so often, so intently for such bigger messages. It's like it will be an overflow if they don't do this thing that they do. Don't take it personal. It's a part of their process, where what I'm trying to explain is like, you're not special. Hear me out. You're not special in the way that they treated you if you felt offended by their action or their interaction with you. And what I mean by you're not special, I mean that, like, if there is a message that you were meant to receive from spirit that you were not able to receive because you're not connected to your own intuition, or maybe you were just super resistant or whatever, spirit used this person to deliver that message. And in doing so, they are not their self entirely. They're a channel. So there are some points, there are some interactions where, like a funnel, they are just the vessel. They are just the funnel. And then whatever comes out of them is what spirit is pouring into them, and then filtering through them, and then coming out to you. And you're taking that message from spirit and attaching it to the filter, to the funnel, to this vessel, to the person. And you're associating that message to that person. But it's not. You have to separate the two, because that's spirit communicating a message to you. And it was probably and so it's that person does that not just with you, but with whoever spirit guides them to have those type of interactions with. And this person recognizes that that's triggering for other people, that they are a catalyst. So essentially, they're a catalyst. And it's not like, for this person, it's not planned. It's not structured. It's not organized. It's not like, okay, today is Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I have a meeting with spirit to be able to deliver this message to this person. It's not, because it's all energetic, and it's like outside of space and time, and it has to do with like where everybody is in their journey. So like, if you had an experience and there was and you allowed that experience to change you, and now you started functioning and interacting with people in a way that was detrimental to yourself or to others or to society or whatever, and you were like hell bent on doing that, and you're not hearing spirit say cut that out, or you're not hearing other people say, hey, that's dangerous or whatever, like, then that's the divine timing. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no like, well, let me look on my calendar and say like, okay, on this day I'm going to say this thing. It's like, when spirit says move, say this, do this, whatever, like however this spirit tells this person to move is how this person moves. And it's not there is no, this person isn't sitting down saying like, hey, it's not, I feel the need to explain this, because I think that this either may be a new concept for you, or this is difficult for you to believe, or you just don't quite understand how it works. And I get it, because this is not of a logical thing. It's a psychic ability. It's an intuitive gift. And so what I'm trying to explain is that I think that when you try to understand this, you try to understand it from a logical perspective. Like, how can I make sense of this? But it's not logic. It's intuitive. It's emotion. It's energetic. And that's constantly changing. So if you go work a job 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, that's your schedule. You have off Saturdays and Sundays. It's easy to say like, okay, I'm in the office or I'm at work or whatever. I'm doing my job from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I know that I have off on Saturdays and Sundays. So I know that I'm going to plan to hang out with my friends on Saturday and Sunday. I know that I need to make an eye appointment, but I work through all these hours. So I'm going to request PTO for a Wednesday and go in, a Friday, for a Friday and go in. Spirit corrected me if you're wondering why I changed that, because it doesn't matter. Something about smoke, like something about smoke. And I'm also, okay, hold on. Oh gosh. Okay. So I'm just being asked to like slow down for a minute, because I think this is kind of a lot. It might feel like overwhelming. So let me slow down. Let me back up. Let me relight my... all right, let me just slow down for a second. So what... All right. I think Spirit's telling me like we're done. So was that clear for you? Did that answer your question? Spirit's telling me like we're done with that. Like that's it. We're done. That I don't need to continue like explaining that process. So okay, that's like the oh my gosh, I don't know why I feel like emotional. It's like, that's like Spirit giving you like, here, I'm going to get you started. I'm going to give you this little bit of information. Anything else you want to know about this person or this process, you need to go and ask that person. Because like, but it's like, ask that person, but knowing what you know, what I just explained to you, understand that in conversation, if you don't get the type of responses that you don't go, it's like, okay, so Spirit's saying, Spirit is saying, just listen. Like, ask the questions that you need to ask and listen. Don't go in with preconceived notions. Don't go in with your own idea of how it works and then like challenge them when what they say doesn't match what you say or what you think, because this is their experience. This is their journey. So don't project what you think about their journey or what you believe or the idea that you have about how that person is onto them. Let them speak and be open to what they have to say, and then try to understand it. And if they're saying something that you don't understand, ask the question further, but be patient and remember that the way this person processed, it's a lot of information coming to this person at one time. So like, let the person speak. Let them kind of like organize their, like filter through, you know, I'm just getting like, I just keep getting like, just not, I keep getting like, be silent, like listen, don't just let them speak, listen. Like what they might be slow to start, but once they get moving, slow to start in conversation and articulating and explaining. It's like they might be slow to start, but once they get moving, it's gonna come out. So okay, Spirit is using this very reading as an example to give to you as an example of what you might experience. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, you know how I was a little bit slow to kind of just like get started with saying whatever. But then once I started to get that momentum, like I described in the beginning, it was just that. It was momentum. It started coming out and more details, and I was able to kind of like, okay, this goes here and that goes there, and I need to explain this and use it. You know, not me like Aaliyah the person, but just in channeling, like it was able to kind of like go through. Well, I guess like me the person too, because that's it. That's the process. That's the process. Like filtering out what Spirit gives me and using that in addition to my own self to be able to kind of like figure out how to piece this, together for you in a way that makes sense. I think this is something that you really needed to hear, and I think that helped you. Like, it was meant to release something that you might have been holding on to. Like, I'm just getting like okay. So I'm seeing like a balloon that was inflated, which, wasn't that a word that came up in this reading? Inflated? Did I say that? Oh, I don't remember because I was channeling. So, gosh, I guess I'll know when I do the edit, but whatever. So I'm seeing a balloon that was inflated, and it's like hearing that is like somebody releasing the balloon, and then the balloon just like but the air that's inside of that, it was like hot air, like anger, like, you know what I mean? It was like you were angry at this person for what a situation that happened. And I don't think the details matter. I think it's more about like your perspective. Like you have decided, or you made up your mind that this person, they did this to you. Like it was personal. You know what I'm saying? Like it was to you. And that's not the case. It's like there's no malicious intention in there. Okay, now I'm being the inner child. Okay, so now I'm being directed back to like the inner child in the fort with the little the thing. Like, okay, so Spirit's asking you to recognize that you tripped their wire. And that's not, Spirit is being very clear. That's not to say that they are blaming you. That's not it at all. It's to say that like, if you're wondering why this was the response, and if you had a hard time trying to reconcile like this type of response to the person that they are, or the person that you met, or the person that you were used to interacting with, if you had a hard time connecting that, they're saying the transition or the difference was that tripwire that you hit. Again, that's at no fault of yours. It's a trauma response. It's a defense mechanism for their inner child that this person had in place, and this connection is so, okay, it was designed to show you both something. What it was meant to show you was how you project. If I can be direct, plain, simple, and clear, like it's how you project your own ideas and understanding of a situation onto a person. You can be completely wrong, but you are so firm in what you think that when that person tries to explain their self, I heard articulate again. When that person tries to articulate their self, like you've already shut it down. Similar, okay, you guys are mirrors to each other. So you guys inadvertently and unintentionally tripped each other, like hit each other's tripwire. So like for you, that person did something or said something, that person did something to trip your wire, and you did something to trip their wire, and both of you guys have the default response to like close the vault and shut it down, and you're not interested in trying to hear. Well, it's like you project. Okay, oh good God, this is a lot. I'm seeing it visually, and I'm trying to like, let me just take a breath real quick and like take a step back. I'm seeing like this hallway, but now it's like I'm seeing it from an aerial view, where like if you were coming from this way, this is your vault section, and if they were coming from this way, this is their vault section, and neither of you guys knew that you had these doors up here. So there's a little wire here and a little wire here, and you're walking to each other, and somehow, like maybe they were close, it doesn't matter, you somehow tripped that person's wire, and I don't know, now I'm hearing it's like, was it the chicken or the egg? Like, did you trip their wire, or did they trip yours? Like, did you react to their vault closing, or did they react to your vault closing? It's like that. And Spirit's saying like the semantics of it doesn't matter. It's about recognizing that you have a tripwire and that you have a vault, and that's your default response, to associate and recognize that that's your inner child wound, and to recognize what your tripwire is, so that you can take more control over whether or not that vault closes or not, because really it's a fear of your inner child being wounded again. And like there's no comment or judgment about that. It is what it is. Like, you two are not the only people in the world that have that response or have that type of experience. Everyone has it in varying levels, and how the difference is how each person interacts with it. So like where both you and this other person, this situation was meant to teach you guys what that is, so that you can take more control. So let me try to like be a little more clear. So in that example that I gave about like the child peeking through or whatever, what I was saying is like, what you are meant to learn is, instead of projecting your own idea and understanding and trying to prove that point to that other person about how that other person is, don't. Trust that person knows their self, one, and two, be open and understand that you don't have all the answers. You're projecting your own experience. everybody has their own experience, and to project your own experience onto the other person is to invalidate their own experience and what they've gone through. There is a reason why that person has a vault in place, the same way that there's a reason why you have that vault, that steel door in place. Do you know what I keep saying vault, but I'm meaning like the steel door. Back to the example that I gave in the beginning. There's a reason why you both have that there. So for you to say like, for you to project your own thing, like that person shouldn't respond in that way, or that doesn't make sense, or that seems questionable, is to negate their experience as to why that vault is there. That vault is there because as a child, there was some sort of trauma, damage, hurt, whatever, wound that they feel they need to protect from reopening. Same as you. Right? So Spirit's saying is like, if you feel that you should have the right to protect yourself in that way because of your experience and what you know, why shouldn't that other person? You know? And it's like, there's this need to have the compassion and the understanding and the ability to listen and be open to other perspectives outside of yourself. That's what you're meant to learn. With that other person, Spirit's telling me not even to like, I don't know that that's relevant. I don't think that that's relevant because it's like you're looking at the wrong thing. Like you're trying to figure out this other person when you need to be figuring out yourself. And okay, so Spirit said like when you figure out and understand yourself, you will understand that person. When you can change how you see yourself, it will change how you see that person. It's projection. It's mirroring. This person is a mirror to you to show you who you are, and you are a mirror to that person to show them who they are. So these, like I said, you guys both have this tripwire and this vault. And you are amplifying that for that person, and that person is amplifying that for you so that you guys can like zoom in and look at it and say like, okay, do we need to move this tripwire a little bit? Like, does this tripwire need to be here? Is there a button that's on the other side of the vault that I can just press when it needs to happen? Like, because maybe this person, like, is it fair that this person didn't know that this tripwire was there and then they hit it and now you closed off? Like that for both of you guys, for both parties, both of you guys, that's what you're meant to explore. That's what you're meant to learn. Let me check. I have a feeling that like this is not recording. Okay, it is. That's what you're meant to learn. Both of you, like, well, you more so honestly than the other person. Something about like, I don't know, ground or grounding the ground. I heard, okay, grounds, something about ground. Coffee grounds. Okay, so you know, I don't know if you know this, but if you're somewhere where when you're smelling a lot of fragrances, you can smell coffee grounds to kind of like wipe your palate so that the scent of whatever you smelled before isn't still lingering. And there's a need for you to do that. It's like you have this, I'm going to say taste in your mouth, but I know I was using the example of smelling. It's like you have this taste in your mouth about this person, and you need to like swish it around and like spit it out so you can cleanse your sorbet is what I heard. Sorbet is when it comes to eating foods, it's a palate cleanser. So like if you've been eating a lot of savory foods, you know what I'm saying, and now you want to switch over to, I don't know, sweets or grains or whatever. If you want to cleanse your palate to go on to the next dish, the next meal, the next flavor, sorbet will do that. And Spirit's saying like that's what you need to do because you're like there's still lingering this is like the visual I'm getting is like food particles on a tongue, but it's like that. Like your tongue needs to be cleansed, brushed. There's like, ugh. not, so I don't mean that in a literal sense, but if you feel like it needs to, then maybe also do that in a literal sense. Spirit is saying like both, but that take for whoever that applies to. I don't think that that's going to apply for everybody, but there's like, you know who you are. You know who you are. Spirit is saying like, you know who you are. If that applies to you, you know it applies to you. But anyways, and in that sense, it's like on an intimate level. But don't take that if that doesn't apply. Like, don't personalize that. Don't personalize that. Do not personalize that. Oh, okay. So that's the other thing is like this person, you may have, I think that there's a lot that this person did, said, or preferences that they had that you personalized it as something that like you did wrong, or that they were like, they felt about you, that was specific to you. And it's like, it's not that. It's just that person's preference, and that's how it would be with anyone. Okay, so Spirit's saying like, if you want to ask about it, ask about it. Like if this person said to you like, I don't like blue shirts or something, and you know that you wear a lot of blue shirts, like you can ask them. Don't, instead that's again an example of projection, where like you might project that person is singling you out or making fun of you, or you personalize it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a projection, because you do that to that person. Like you make up your mind about how that person is, or what they think, or what they believe, or whatever, and then you interact with that. And you think that person's doing that to you, but it's not. And if you ask them, like you would, like if you were like, why, or I mean, however you say it, but if you were curious and you were like, oh, okay, why don't you like blue shirts or whatever, like that person might say, that was my dad's favorite color, and he always wore blue shirts, and I'm still healing that right now. And so when I see blue shirts, it just kind of makes me sad. And so I know that that's a lot for me to ask, and I understand and respect if you choose to not or whatever, and you want to continue to wear blue shirts. Like I respect that. If that's the case, then I would ask, like, can you let me know ahead of time when you're wearing a blue shirt, if you can remember or whatever, so I can just emotionally prepare. Like that person has that articulate capability. They're very well thought. So it's like, again, that whole synthesizing thing, like where their internal world is this big old bowl, and it's constantly going and twirling and whatever. And then from that, they synthesize and they make a decision, and then it comes out of their mouth to you in the form of, hey, I don't really like when you wear blue shirts. So instead of you personalizing that as like, that it's an attack on you, ask the question, and then that person can give you that additional information. I just have a feeling that you're asking, like, I can sense it. I can sense you asking, like, well, why don't they just don't do that from the beginning? Like, why don't they just explain that from the beginning? Several reasons, and it's going to depend on your person. A part of the reason is because of childhood trauma, because of they might have dealt with a family member, a guardian that made them explain themselves all the time, and it's like that constant like anxiety, like I don't know how they're gonna react. It's like that, like I have to explain myself because you might be misinterpreting what I'm saying, and then if you misinterpret what I'm saying, then you're gonna react a certain way, and I don't know if you're gonna yell or like, it's like that. It's like a trauma response. For some of you, or they may also not, because it's so overwhelming. The amount of what goes on in their mind to be able to get to that point and explain all of that, the whole process, if they were to do all of that out loud through their mouth, it's a lot. It's overwhelming for even just their self. So it's like they would rather just internally process and then get to whatever that quick to the point sentence is, and then say that. And then they trust that if you, like, you're an intelligent being. So if you don't understand, that you can then speak up and ask for clarity. It's a part of them almost like has the same expectation. I don't know if it's that they have the same expectation. It's just that like the way that they empower their self to ask questions when they don't understand, or to speak up and, you know, or to say how they feel, or to be direct or whatever. It's like they feel that other people have that capability too. And so it's it's like, how can I explain this without sounding like a complete asshole? Because that's the other thing too, is like they don't want to sound like an asshole, or to I heard degrade like your intelligence, you know, to assume that you don't know, or to assume that you can't figure it out, or to assume that you don't understand. Like it's okay, I heard mansplain. Like they don't want to do that. Whether they're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. But it's like they don't want to mansplain. You know what I mean? Like they trust that as an individual, if you don't understand something, you can speak up and say, I don't understand. Because it's not for them to figure out what you do. Like that's not for them to figure out. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of work. It's like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for them to even manage their own internal world. So this person's energy, I can understand why you might have felt it is very complex. It's very complex. It's very interconnected, and like I get it. So I said that to say I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't even remember where I was saying. It's like that. I feel kind of like drained and exhausted tapping into this person's energy, and that's how they feel. That's how they feel. So this person really may have a neurodivergence. Like seriously may have a neurodivergence. Strongly. And so I'm getting that like, so it's exhausting. It's exhausting for them. And then to have to try to explain it, for people to just negate, and then that's the tripwire. It's like that, like, why explain myself to you? Why justify what I'm doing and tell you and prove to you my good intentions if you're just automatically going to assign your own idea of what I did to me on me, like to me and on me? Like, why even explain myself? If you are so committed to misunderstanding me, if you're so committed to your own perspective, why? Why even explain myself? And that's the situation. That's the situation. So I know the question was like to ask who they are and why are they checking on you. I don't even know how to transition. So that's who your person is, and they're checking on you. So let's ask Spirit. All right, why is this person? I hope that resonated. That was whew. All right, let's just keep checking forward. I'm sure that if this didn't relate, you probably would have clicked out by now, unless you're just interested in reading them, which is all good too. Thank you for being here. All right, so why is this person checking up on you, the viewer? This person that I just described for pile one. Why is pile one's person checking up on pile one? Right? Yeah. Okay. I heard protection. Like they want to protect you. Like they I heard from afar. Like no, not okay. Hold on. Oof, gosh, Spirit is slowing me down. Oh God. Okay, hold on. Okay, there is a card. Well, can you give it to me again? It's like they're beat up though. It's from a distance. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me just pause for a second because there's a lot that's coming through. So Spirit is saying like, oh man. They are checking up on you, and it's from a distance. Why they're checking up on you, I'm gonna ask, but the reason why it's from a distance is because they feel pretty beat up by you, by this connection, by your commitment to your own perspective. And like, it's like they're exhausted from trying. They may have tried to reach out to you a couple times. They may have tried to talk to you and kind of like clear the air, just have a conversation. I'm hearing like even just have a conversation. It didn't even have to be like combative. Like it's like, and they're beat up from trying. So now they're protecting their self. You might have, I'm just like, oh God. You, okay, sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I'm like tapping into this person's energy. Like, it's like, I feel like I can't even get my wits about me. Like, I can't even, like, it's like uneasy. It's uneasy. It's an uneasy feeling. Like a little anxious, like fidgety. Like I can't even focus on, I can't even concentrate on what I'm doing because it's like, oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. Tapping into this person's energy, like this feels like, this is, you guys, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I think you traumatized this person. Like, I think you really traumatized this person, whatever it is that you did. And I don't even want to, like, the way that you were, like, so committed to your own perspective and, like, however, you'll know your own situation, however that worked out. But essentially the undertone of that interaction or those interactions was rejection. And more, like rejection on multiple levels is what I'm getting. Like, it's like, and I'm getting a lot of rejection. Like, it's like layers. How can I explain what I'm seeing? So like rejection on a surface level, rejection on a mental level, rejection on a friendship level, a romantic level, rejection on a soul level, rejection on a belief level, like a values level, rejection on like community level, like rejection on a lot of different levels. I heard despair, like a lot of different levels. And so now this person is like, it's like, like they don't even want to, like them looking at you it's not like, you see how this person is like holding this stick and kind of like propping himself up, but it also is like, if he needed to pick it up and swing it, like he could. It's like that. Like, I don't like, this person doesn't really know how to interact, like what to oh my God, I can't even articulate. Like, this person doesn't even know what this person doesn't even know. It's like, okay, why though? I almost want to ask, like, what happened? Like, I'm from your energy, no disrespect, pile one, I'm just getting very like sinister, manipulative, just kind of like, that's how they're viewing you. So whether you're that person or whether you have evolved from that, like, I'm just getting like, that's how they're viewing you. And you may no longer be this Page of Wands person. You may not be this, like, how can I describe this energy? It's like, this person is, God, I don't want to be, I'm not trying to be mean. Me, Aaliyah, I'm not trying to be mean. And so the me that's Aaliyah is like, or I don't know. I feel like this is that person's energy. Like, they don't even want to say anything to like create any type of, I want to cry tapping into this person's energy. It's like they just want to be small. They just want to be small and not be seen and not be heard. And you don't see them or recognize them or anything because like they don't know what type of reaction they'll get from you, or like if you're even gonna, like, if you're gonna reject them again, or if you're gonna lash out, or like they don't know what you're gonna do. And it's like they're traumatized, and now it's just like them checking up on you. I don't know. It's almost like, it's like for their own protection. I'm just like, there's so much that's coming through right now, and I don't know. It's like, I don't even know. Like, this person feels like, is it even worth saying anything anymore? Like, is it even worth saying anything? Because, okay, so now I'm hearing that whole quote, like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like, that's how that person feels. Like, they feel insane, they feel foolish, they feel silly, they feel beat up, they feel like they inflicted this on their self because they were trying to give you the opportunity to be a different person, and they kept like trying to extend an olive branch, and you just kept taking the branch and snapping it, taking the branch and snapping it, taking the branch and snapping it, and then throwing it at their feet. You know what I mean? And now it's like, I don't know, like this person is going through a ton of emotions of like guilt, of shame, because they're an accountable person. So there's a part of this, like, I did this to myself. I did this to myself because I tried to, like, I was expecting something different from this person who has shown me the same thing over and over and over and over again. I did this to myself. So now it's almost like I'm just getting this person is like checking at, like, they're checking on you, but not checking on you. Like, they're looking out to see, like, okay, now I'm hearing again, you can go your own way, go your own way. And I think it was the last reading I did. If it wasn't the last reading, then it was the reading before that, where that was the song that I was hearing when I was trying to figure out like how to title it or whatever. So there might be a message in that pile for you, in one of those piles, in that reading for you as well. But it's like they're looking to kind of just make sure that they're like at a safe distance, you know, like either you're going to leave completely, or if you're not, then you're like at a safe distance and that you can't like harm them. Like, it's like they're looking to, like, why are you, their energy is like, why are you facing me? Like, why are you looking at me? What do you, it's like, what's next? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to eject me again? Are you going to shame me again? Are you going to isolate me? Are you going to shun me? Are you going to talk down on me? Are you going to scream at me? Or like, what now? Like, how much more, what do you want from me? Like, I have nothing left to give. That's this person's energy that that we're reading for, that you're asking about. It's something about time, like something about like time, like it's like, I don't know, like a loop, like they can't get out of it. I don't know. This is, you guys, I don't want to cut. I feel like this reading is getting long, and I don't want to cut it short. I mean, that pretty much sums up. Yeah, man, you have the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is like fighting, conflict energy, but this is also about like, like I said before, like learning a lesson. So wow, that was beyond what I was expecting, pile 1, but I hope that this was helpful. I feel like I need to wrap it up here. Oh, no, I don't want to leave you. You're probably like, what? Okay, let me not leave you without advice. I need a minute. Like, I feel so kind of discombobulated. Let me drink some water. Oh, thank you. All right. I don't even know. I'm like, okay, let me just take a sec. I don't know if I should wrap this up. I don't want to just leave you hanging, but I feel like that's it. That's all. I think this person is like done. It's like there's like a thing. So for this person, it's like they have a process that they normally follow. Maybe like a healing process, or maybe like it's like their normal self. They can't even do the things that they would normally do. They can't even function the way that they should. It's like, I just want to be done. Whether that's like, I don't know if behind the scenes, their intention was to try to heal this in some way. And it's like, it's like, I don't even know. It's, you guys, I'm sorry. Bear with me, pile 1. I'm sorry. I know you're probably like, gotta get it out. What I'm trying to say is like, I know that I would normally like, well, let's pull some advice and see how you da-da-da. But tapping into this energy, which I think is me also. Okay, what are you trying to say, Aaliyah? This person is not their self. This person, okay, that's not it. This person is fucking spent. This person is like depleted, and I keep hearing ice, like they're in like recovery mode. They're in isolation. Like, this is a hit. I don't think that they have ever been this low. And they're so guarded and defensive. I'm just noticing like how tall these wands are. And like, yeah, you know, there's gaps that can be filled in, and it's so like these are tighter and those are open, like something can slip in through here, maybe not there, and it's not the same. It's like that even alone says a lot. It's like it's like their normal mechanisms to defend their self, to protect their self. I don't know, it didn't work with you. And somehow you were able to get, you know, you got them. Like this person is, I don't know. I don't even know what to say here. I don't even know how to wrap this up. I don't even know. Because now I'm wondering, like, why are you asking about this person? Like, what are your intentions? Because, like, you're still showing up as Page of Wands. Like, you're still, like, you in this reading. I don't know if that's for the sake of clarity for depicting the situation, or if that's your current energy right now. But it's like, what, like, I'm like, are you trying to beat this? Like, I don't know what your intent. It just doesn't feel like, why are you asking about this person? Why do you want to know about, like, I mean, I know the question is like, who's checking up on you? I just feel like you came here with a specific intention of this person in mind. Otherwise, they wouldn't have come out. And so it's like, well, why are you checking up on them? Like, they're pretty beat up, you know, by you. And like, it's clear that you have your own idea of what. Her divine intervention. I'm hearing Earth Angel, the one I adore. Love you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. It's still going. I hope and I pray that someday you'll be the vision of my happiness. Whoa, Earth Angel, Earth Angel. So I was asking, why are you checking up on this person? All right, let me just slide this. I need to like move these over here for a second. That they feel in the way. I feel like I need to just move that. Like, I don't know. I just need to move that for a second, you guys. Something. I feel like do you want to talk? Do you have something you want to say? Like, I feel like I'm getting this urgency to like say something to them. Is that why you're checking up on them? Because you want, like, it's like, I heard restore balance. I heard divine, like, so I'm getting that divine intervention again. I think you had, okay, it seems like you might have had realizations. You might have had this realization about yourself. Oh, this person, I think, helped. Yeah, of course, obviously. You guys were meant to show each other your truths. Oh gosh, now it's like, and that I just feel this need, like, I think this is your energy, like this need to be like so gentle, like you want to be so gentle and like nurturing and loving and caring to this person, like so, I heard delicate, like it's like you just want to, like, I'm seeing a flower, like like, you know what I mean? It's like the realization, that's why you're checking up on this person, because you realized, and now you want to balance the scales. I know this is in reverse, but like that's just, I'm getting, you know, if you've been here before, you've been here. It's like you want to help heal this person is what I'm getting. I'm gonna flip these up, but I'm getting like healing energy from this, like a doctor. Oh, didn't I say something about a massage? Yeah, like you want to help release this person's tension, even that they carry in their body, but also just like the burdens of the world that this person carries, which is making me so emotional. I don't know if that's your energy or this person, like the person that you're asking about, if it's their energy. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so you're checking up. You're asking, I feel like you want to know if this person would be open to that. Like if they would let you back in. Yeah, with the Knight of Swords here. I think you're also curious, like wondering if, okay, I'm going to leave that one. It's like, so I'm just getting that you might also be wondering whether or not if they would, like, would this be a romantic connection? Like, would there be passion? Would they be open to, I feel like you don't even know how to ask this. Like, you just say that this is what you want. Like, but I don't know. It's like, maybe you don't, I'm getting that you want to have, like, you want to be intimate with this person, but you're not sure if they would be open to it or like if they would be receptive to that. And it's almost like you don't even know if you can ask or how to ask, or like, I heard has enough time. I'm just getting like such impatient little kids. So what I'm hearing now is like, how many sleeps is it? You know how when kids are little and you're like, we're gonna go to, Disney World in 5 days, and they don't have the concept of time yet, or like how long like what 5 days, like how long something is. They relate it to like sleeps. Like when they go to bed and wake up, they know it's a new day. So they're saying like, how many sleeps is it? They have a loose concept of numbers. Like that's your energy. Like how many sleeps is it? It's like where you're like, has it been enough time? Like I'm not like, what, you know what I mean? It's kind of like innocent. I don't get anything like nefarious from that question, like where you're just trying to push your own agenda. It's like it's kind of respectful, but like in a childish way, where it's like, I don't want to rush this person, but like how many sleeps is it? Like has enough time? Like is it okay for me to go in now? Like does she need more time? Does he need more time? Like can I come in and save the day, or like how many sleeps is it? That's really funny. Well, that's reassuring. I'm glad you weren't trying to come in and like beat this fucking person with a stick. Like, golly, that might have really like took them off. So, has it been enough time? I don't know that I want to. Do I want to ask Spirit that? Okay, hold on. I feel like okay. That's not my decision to make, so let me just let Spirit move, because they're like telling me like that's not for you to decide. So Spirit, is that Spirit saying trust your intuition. They're just highlighting I never miss a beat. I'm lightning on my feet, and that's what they don't know. But like for you, I'm like, I never miss a beat. It's like you know when to move. Trust your intuition is what Spirit is saying. Like you know when to move. You never, it's like they're coming through reassuring, like you never miss a beat. You know who you are. You know. Like, Dude, that's not even a question. Now you're doubting yourself. I'm just trying to figure out if there's something else. Time. Sorry. I don't know. Sorry. So something about time was coming through and I didn't get the full message, so I stopped myself. So if you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I feel you. Sorry if that was confusing. Oh, let me check. Yeah, this is getting pretty lengthy here. So I'm actually, I mean, whatever. The message is the message. This will just be... Okay, so are you hiding? Are you hiding? Oh, I just heard hiding in plain sight. Are you checking up on this person? Like, are you stalking this person? Are you trying to hide, like, that you're checking on this person? Because that's what Spirit's giving me. Like, maybe even in the, not just like checking up through tarot or checking up on social media, but like actual in like a physical way, like going to their job or going to places that they shop or whatever. Like, if so, why are you doing that? Like, legit, why are you doing that? If you're gonna put in that much effort to do that, why not just speak? Okay, so Spirit's taking me back to the analogy that I was given about the hallway, like the steel doors that like vault. And they're asking you to recognize, like, recognize that that's a part of that behavior, like you're hiding behind fear. And when you're locked in a vault, you only have so much room to move. Like, you're in there by yourself. The world exists on the outside. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you think you're keeping people out, but you're just isolating yourself. Trust more. Look how, I hope that was on camera. Did you see how that came flying out? Exactly. Trust more. Trust yourself. Be receptive. Like, trust yourself. Trust the universe. Trust this person. Trust your intuition. Trust what you know about your... Oh, okay. I understand. So I think, yeah, be curious and ask questions. Didn't I say that earlier? Like, ask the questions for this person. They will, like, it might take a minute for them to, like, get it out, but they're willing to, they're articulate and they are capable. So, like, you should probably question yourself and recognize when you're just projecting your own limitations onto that other person. So just because it might be something that you have a hard time with, you might assume that that other person might have a hard time as well. Set boundaries. I'm sorry, I'm just asking Spirit. I'm just asking for clarification. I'm trying to get clarification without having to, like, pull a card, but I might. I think set boundaries is related to this, and I'm trying to get clarification without having to, like, pull a card, but I might. I think set boundaries is related to this, and, Set boundaries with your, okay, so what I'm, oh, okay. Yeah, collaboration, coming together. Okay, so what I'm getting from is like, when you, with communicating with this person, like it's, be open to hear, like, set boundaries for yourself, for the things that you, like, for you, like how much you talk. You know what I mean? Like, it's a conversation. It's a collaboration. Like, be considerate of that other person's of that other person. I just feel like they're like, don't expect that person to function the way that you would, or respond the way that you would, or like, it's like set, because you, okay, how can I describe this? I think that in the past, when you saw that this person didn't, I keep hearing articulate, like when this person didn't articulate or say the things the way that you would have, or in a way that you felt was appropriate according to whoever that person is. So if they were a female, maybe they didn't speak feminine, or if they were masculine, maybe they weren't as assertive, or if they were an adult, maybe they spoke too childlike, or if they were a child, maybe they, you know, like whatever, it doesn't matter. But, well, it does matter. What I'm saying is, like, if it didn't fall in line with what you projected onto them, like you saw them in this category and they should exist in that category, then you were quick to like shut them down and kind of like degrade them and like minimize them and dismiss them. Like, you need to set your own boundaries for yourself in that way. Just because this person doesn't present the way that you think that they should, according to whatever you believe, it doesn't mean that there's not value or intellect or articulation or a message or wisdom or whatever from that person. It doesn't mean you guys can't collaborate. You just need to get out of your own way. You are the barrier. You're the limit. You're the limitation. Because this person's open. Like, this person is receptive. This person is curious. This person asks the questions. This person tries to understand. This person tries to see you for who you are, not for who they think you should be, or for what other people says you are. And like, their energetically, like, and probably in person as well, they're asking the same of you in return, on an energetic level. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. This message is like taking, it's an eon long. So I'm so sorry. I really hope that was like clear and gave you the insight that you needed, and maybe encouragement, whatever you were looking for. I felt like it was a pretty dope, detailed message. So thank you for sticking with me and bearing with me, because that was really intense, tapping into that energy, and I appreciate you. If this is your first time here, honestly, I'm so exhausted, you guys, I don't even remember the outro. So thank you for showing up. If you made it here this far, thank you for staying, and I hope that it served. If it did, please feel free to like, comment, share, come back, you know, interact, do as you will, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, Pile 1. Bye. Okay, Pile 2. We are asking, excuse me, okay, well, something's happening here. So we are asking, okay, I'm being stopped. I'm sorry, you guys. I know these intros, it's like, God, get to the point. If you want to fast forward a couple seconds, or maybe I'll just cut it. I don't know. I just, like, I think I'm gonna, I don't know. So you guys know I like to start by I think I'm gonna re-record this one. I'm getting, sorry, you guys. Okay. I hate that I keep on apologizing. Maybe you're a person that apologizes a lot. I am getting, the word is inverted direction from my guides, from our angels. What that means is that instead of it being like, you should do step 1, 2, and 3, I go to do something, they're like, no, don't do that. Then I go to do something else, they're like, no, don't do that. And I go to do something else, like, no, don't do that. And it's starting to get, I'm starting to get irritated. I'm starting to get frustrated. Like, I'm starting to want to, like, this isn't funny, or maybe it is, I don't know, but like, knock shit out the way. Like, I'm looking at this Knight of Pentacles, and I want to, like, be him. Take that little swinging thing and, like, knock shit out. Because it's like, it's not that extreme. It's not that extreme. I'm not feeling that intensely right now, but I can relate to that feeling, and I have felt that. Like, that is like, I felt that earlier, where it's like, okay, hold on. It's not helpful. It's not helpful, and it's irritating, and it's condescending, and it's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, I want to be, like, hostile and rude and mean, and like, it's okay, it's like poking a bear. It's like poking the bear. It's like backing up an aggressive dog into a corner and then getting mad when that dog reacts. Well, I don't know if anybody's but like, that's how I feel like that dog. Like, I'm being, like, it's like that. That's the energy. Hold on. Not I as in me, Ali. I'm just saying the energy that I'm feeling is that being backed into a corner. You know what I mean? Like, it's not productive to constantly, like, nitpick and point out, like, what's wrong. Sorry, something about that. There's also, like, apologizing a lot. Sorry. This is a very, I felt this before I started this reading. This is very, like, not confident, very insecure energy. Like, can't do anything right. This energy feels like, so this, I believe, is the person who is checking in on you, checking up on you, asking about you. This energy is pretty, this energy is ready for a fight. But something, it's like they don't want to be seen that way. It's like they don't want the outside world to know that that's them on the inside. But something about, I'm just seeing that dog being, it's like, okay. I think this person is having a hard time reconciling that part of their self, or accepting that part of their self. Like, this person who's checking up on you would, like, validate and justify why they are that person in that situation. And, like, apologize for it. But it's wild. It's wild because it's like that perspective, like they are the dog being backed into a corner with, like, pitchforks and knives and all of this stuff. They're in a corner. The dog has shown its teeth, it's growled, it's barked all the way while it's being backed in a corner, backed in a corner, backed in a corner. And then when it's finally has nowhere to go, and there's a bunch of people standing around in front of it with pitchforks and knives and stuff, and then it goes to like lunge out or lash or do whatever. Like, it's like that dog, I'm not calling your person or this person a dog, I'm just relating it to the metaphor, but this is how this person is feeling. And then there's, like, they feel the need to, they can't accept that part of their self. They feel the need to apologize for being that person. Even though, like, being that person, it's not, it's like they are taking on fault. They are taking on the responsibility of someone else's actions in the form of guilt. They feel guilty for reacting in a way that anybody would react when they're pushed in that situation. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like pinning the dog into a corner with a knife and then blaming the dog when the dog reacts. That's wild. That's what that person's dealing with. The person that you're asking about who's checking up on you, that's how that person feels. Like, okay, because let me back up a little bit, because I feel like I'm describing, okay. That's how your person feels, right? But let me be clear. It's like that person is having a hard time accepting that part of their self. No, hold on. It's not that they're having a hard time accepting that part of their self. It's more so that I think there's a situation that happened here, and I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to pull some more in a minute, but like I'm getting a lot right now. There's a situation that happened here, and this person was I heard isolated. I heard casted out. Like this person was like casted out for the way their appropriate reaction to a situation. Where this person was pinned against the wall, like the metaphor of the dog being backed into a corner by a bunch of people with pitchforks. It was protecting itself. It was defending itself. It wasn't trying to be malicious. It didn't want to. It was growling and showing its teeth the entire time. Your person was showing signs the entire time that the boundaries are being crossed. I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. Like I don't fuck with this. I'm about to snap. And then like they snapped, and now people painted this person out. I'm getting like one person in specifically. I'm just noticing like this one leg in this knife. So like it's like you notice how like there's a knife here, or excuse me, a sword pointed at this person, but that leg is right behind him. Like if he goes to move the wrong way, he's about to trip and fall, and he doesn't even see it. He doesn't even see that that's there. Like he was set the fuck up, this person. This is your person, may or may not be a he. I'm saying he because it's a Knight of Pentacle, and my mind automatically assigns masculine gender to a knight. I'm going with the depiction of the card. That's not to say your person is a he, but if that applies, please take it. So yeah, like your person was set up in some situation and they were pushed. The setup was that they were pushed to the point of being this quote unquote aggressor in whatever way that was, whether that was with words, whether that was with like tools, whether that was with physical violence, whether that was like in a spiritual sense, even it doesn't matter. And then they were like in a way to protect theirself, to armor theirself. I'm just getting a lot of external protection. So what I mean by that is like your person may be heavily connected to the spiritual realm or heavily connected in some way, energetically. Like their ancestors that may be in a spiritual realm. I'm even getting like past loved ones. So even if it's like friends or whatever, they're heavily protected. And in that protection, it was like when you tried to like stab at this person's armor with your sword, you weren't expecting that sword was going to be as protective as it was, and it reverberated back up through your sword, and then you felt that. Like you felt the jolt of that stab. Like I'm getting backfired energy because I don't think you recognize how protected this person was. So you tried to paint a picture of this person that wasn't true. I heard gates of hell. Like you might have even said like this person's going to hell. Like you might have even said that to that person and like this, not to that person, sorry. Said that about this person to someone else, like gossipy type energy. Like, this person's going to hell. And words are powerful. Words are spells. But I'm hearing that backfired. I'm hearing that okay, hold on. This person is protected. So what might look to the outside, to other people, like that person is like going to hell, it's I heard leveling up. It's a leveling up. I'm not looking at this yet, but I guess I could, but like, okay, it says fighting to keep us together, hope it's worth a try. You ain't always been an angel, but heaven's on our side. That's Issues / Hold On by Tiana Taylor. And let me get this kind of card so I can get more of a message here. So this, I just keep getting like this person wanted to hide this side of themselves from you. This like reactionary, that's what I heard. This reactionary, like when they're backed into a corner, this aggressive side, this like, you know, dog backed into a corner that finally like jumps and lashes out. It's like they wanted to hide that from you. Why? Probably because they were like, they're still figuring out how to accept that for their self. This person may, oh, you have the dragonfly and the firefly. This person might be a Scorpio. You probably like, that was really aggressive. I'm just seeing like, I'm seeing water and fire in these signs, which made me think of Mars. So they may be, which made me think of a Scorpio, because the Scorpio is ruled by Pluto's and Mars. It made me think of Mars. Mars is the fire sign. Pluto is the planet of ice. And that is a Scorpio. But also this person may be like a guiding light of sorts, and like a shapeshifter. And what I mean by that is like they are able to adapt and naturally, like authentically, not faking it. They're able to adapt and adjust. Okay, a lot wants to come out for your person. Your person is very multifaceted, multi-dimensional. Your person, they don't like to be mean. They don't want to be like aggressive. So hold on. It's like they're having a hard time accepting. So when you think about the vulture, everyone automatically looks at the vulture, and they, you know, usually are like repulsed by a vulture. What does it do? It feasts on death and decay, right? But when you take a look at it in a bigger, grander scale, the way that what they do by eating death and decay, rotting flesh, essentially. That sounds so, but what they do is they help to clean up the world. You know what I mean? Like they clean up the side. Think about all of the flesh of the animals that die or whatever. If that would be left to sit there, it would smell so terrible. It would be rank. It would be rotting. Who knows how many like dead deers and cats and animals and beavers and otters and birds and squirrels and what the fuck ever would be on the side of the road for how long. Like they serve a purpose. Vultures, everything. Vultures serve a purpose too. And it's like, your person, I think that this person maybe doesn't make sense to you. I'm hearing, okay, so it's like if this was a line, right? Like this was the, you know how you can go and stand at the body of a water, and or when you look at the edge of the body of the water, you see the sky, and then when you look at the reflection on the water, you see the sky reflecting like upside down. That's what I'm getting, like, hang in there with me, bear with me, I'm gonna explain this, but that's what I'm getting from your person, where it's like, when you see them on surface level, you see the dragonfly. You know, light, they're like light, flighty, tap down, like they flicker, it's so like, it doesn't take up much space, it's just, it's bare, you know what I mean? It's just there, hovers, it does what the dragonfly does. And then you see, like, underneath, like, the reflection, there's this vulture. Like, it's like, I'm just getting, the way that this is set up, I'm getting, like, duality. It's like the dark and the light of a person. The dark and the light of the person. Okay, hold on. Let me just, I'm like, I can't, I think, I don't know if this is you, how you feel about this person, or like this person feels about, I think that, okay, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is, okay, Leah, Jesus. What I'm trying to say is there's complexity here. But it's like, I don't know if this is going to make sense when I say slow complexity. And by that, I mean, like, this isn't the complexity that stress. I feel like I don't even know what this message is. I feel like that's what I want to say. Like, this is giving me such, oh my gosh. I can't even, this energy, I'm getting pissed. I'm getting really fucking pissed. Tapping into this energy. Like, I'm irritated and I want to knock shit the fuck down. I don't know if this is like, I keep hearing bipolar. I don't know if this is bipolar or if this is like, well, I heard bipolar, so this person might be bipolar. This person, I heard manic depressive. This person might go through mood swings. This person might go through mood swings of like that aggressive, like feeling out of control, and then into like a depressive state because of that reaction, or because of that. It's like this person is struggling to reconcile these two parts of their self, which was another theme in pile 1 too. And I can't remember though if this person that we were asking about was struggling, or if the person, if you, the viewer for pile 1, if the viewer for pile 1 was struggling to reconcile the two parts of who we were asking about for pile 1. Did that make sense? Either way, it was like a difficulty reconciling. So for you, pile 2, this person who's checking up on you, I'm just getting that they're having a hard time reconciling these two parts of their self. This firefly is standing, it's like, I just keep getting like toss up energy. Like on one hand, I look at it and it's like this person is a guiding light. And then on the other hand, I look at it, it's like this person is lost in the dark. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in one way I look at it, it's like I get dragon, like positive light, like energy. masculine energy, and then masculine in the sense that like masculine is connected to the sun, light, ambition, do, blah blah blah, activity, and then feminine in the sense that feminine is connected to darkness, secrets, moon, your shadow self, chaos. Masculine is order. It's opposites in that way. It's like they're struggling to reconcile these two parts of their self, the logic and the emotion. This is like such dual, this is like, I keep hearing paradoxical. This is such dual energy. Okay, so this person might, oh, okay. I'm getting that this person probably pushed you away aggressively. Because it's like they were afraid to show you their full self. They didn't want you to, so if this person is bipolar, you may or may not know that. So this person may be bipolar, and I think that I'm getting that they didn't want to show you that side. They didn't want to show you that side. They don't want you to know that side. They don't think that you would love them or love that side of them. If you saw that in them, which is, it's like, that's so, and it's like they're trying to reconcile that on their own. They're trying to reconcile that on their own. And that's why they're checking up on you. I'll get more cards, but I feel the energy. That's why they're checking up on you, because it's like so you have the song, fighting to keep us together, hope it's worth a try. You ain't always been an angel, but heaven's on our side. It's like this, it's like this person, animal, what I can't quite see what I'm seeing in my vision because it's dark. It's like this thing. I don't mean to reference this person as a thing. I'm just saying in the vision that I have, it's a very dark corner, and I can't tell if it's like an animal or a person or whatever, but it's a living being. And it's like that living being wants to come out of that dark corner and like to you, but before they do, it's like, if it's a raccoon, for example, that's what's coming to me. It's like, if the raccoon comes out of the shower, are you gonna try to start beating it with a broom? You know what I mean? Like, or are you gonna be like, oh, a raccoon, like it probably needs some food, or let me set out some food for it, or like help it find its family, or you know what I mean? It's not sure like how you're gonna react. So this person is checking up it. I'm not calling your person it. I was saying raccoon, like the vision, it. But your person, and that's the other, your person might not be sleeping well lately. They might be extremely tired, so much so that they might feel, or it actually is showing in their eyes. Like they might have darkness around their eyes or bags around their eyes, and if they don't actually have that, they're insecure. They feel like they do. Is bipolar considered a neurodivergence? I'm just wondering, because neurodivergence came through in the first pile as well. That the person that we were asking about in pile 1 also came through with a neurodivergence, and this person is coming through with, if bipolar disorder is a neurodivergence, with that as well. And like I said, you may know this about this person or not, but this person doesn't want you to know, or doesn't think that you know, and they're afraid of how you would react. But I'm getting the energy that you know, maybe not overtly, maybe it wasn't like direct, but it's like you saw, or you noticed, or there was something that you saw that clued you in, that, like, you know what I mean? Like if it was like, maybe you were at their house and you saw like a prescription bottle out or something, or like maybe you noticed something, like the influx in their energy, maybe something was set, like you know, maybe not overtly, but you knew that there was something. And for you, like you respect that. You feel you are of the approach that it's like, it's not your business to pry. When that person is ready to share whatever they want to share, they'll share. You know what I mean? Like you might approach with curiosity and ask questions, but you're not like, you respect if someone's like, I'm not comfortable talking about that, or I don't want to answer that right now. You know, you'd be like, okay. Well, you want to go get some wings? Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry I laughed so hard. I personally love wings. So, but like, that's your energy. Like, you're totally loving and accepting. But this person, not but. There is no but to that. Like, you're loving, you're accepting, you appreciate that. Why? Because we're humans. You recognize that, and I'm just getting that you have your own stuff. You may have a neurodivergence of your own. Like, you might have ADHD or ADD or OCD or whatever. You may have one of those Ds, ASD. You may have one of those Ds, or your own neurodivergence. You know, and it's like I heard real, recognize real. So you understand, like, you recognize the challenge. So you're not going to do it. It's not your desire to make anybody feel uncomfortable or do anything that puts a person in an uncomfortable position or puts anybody in a position where they feel judged or less than, or like they're forced to do something they don't want to have to do. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, you are more of the person that will create space, but your person, it's like okay. I think they're, I'm sorry. I'm communicating with spirit, you guys. I totally just left a pause, and you're probably like, where the hell did you go? Because they're directing my attention over here off the screen, and there's a lot that's happening over here. I have like several decks of cards over here, this little bowl thing that I think is in frame. So I'm just trying to figure out like what exactly it is. That's the thing about intuition. It's not logic. So, you know, when you're dealing with logic, you can map out something and make a plan, and you know you have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With intuition, it's very much like go with the flow. Like, you're just following the direction as the direction is given to you. I think your person has a hard time with that. I think your person is a more logical person, and it's like when they know what's next, or they have like order or structure or something like that, or I heard like on the same page. It's like when they know they're on the same page as you, or that you two are on the same page. Something, it's something about that. Something about like there's a reliance on the logic. And you I think you have a good balance of logic and intuition, but I think that you are very much like I think you go with the flow. I think you're pretty intuitive. I think that's a challenge for that person. So I have prioritize yourself and consult a therapist. Your person might be seeing a therapist. And okay, so I'm getting that like they might have their medicine. If they're bipolar, the medicine that their medication, they may have had to like do something with it, like adjust it. You need a good cry and be direct. This person is, oh man, they're holding on a lot. Like they're holding on a lot of shame, like shame for their self because of this. And it's like they don't want to come out of the corner. They don't want to be seen without their armor on. Like they don't want anyone to see who's underneath that. Like they don't want anybody to see that deeply into them. And I'm just getting like that they think that if they don't look at it, like no one else will be able to see it. But that's not true. Like me personally, as an intuitive, I know that first, like I experience that often with people who think that or they're trying very hard to hide these depths. And it's not that I go looking for it. It's just, and it's like, I say, like lately, I say it's a gift and a curse, because it's like, I don't go looking for it. I just can't help but to see it. And then it's like, how do you handle that? How do you navigate that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I see it, but what, like, but I also see that you're trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? So it's conflicting, because it's like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable and like address the thing that you're trying to hide, but I also want to acknowledge the fact that like I see it and I accept it. Like, you know, there's no need to hide it from me. I'm not here to judge you. And that might be your energy, pile 2. But that's what this person is not recognizing about you, or even about their self. That they don't like, it's like they're in so much, okay, let me slow down. I feel like this person is like so much in their logical mind that they're kind of like disconnected from their intuition. And by being disconnected from their intuition is kind of not allowing them to see that you are this person that would embrace that, or that you are that intuitive. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like the energy, it's an energy thing. Like, do you ever feel so close? I don't even feel like I need to explain this to you, the viewer, because you dig this, you relate to this. I'm just explaining, I don't know, I feel like I'm explaining, it doesn't matter. What I was getting ready to say is like, you know that feeling of when you meet someone and nothing even needed to happen or even be said or anything, but it's like maybe you just don't get good energy and you're like, no, I don't vibe with that person. Or the opposite, maybe you just meet someone and you're like, damn, I feel like I've known you forever and all I know is your first name. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's energy. That's intuitive. And this person is so in their logical mind. I want to say, like, as a protective mechanism. Like, it's like they need it. Okay, so I'm being taken back to like needing to know, you know, steps 1, that logic, that needing to know, like, okay, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, versus you, like, you show up and then, you know, intuitively direction 1 pops up and you follow direction 1, and when you get done with that, then intuitively direction 2 pops up. And that's not to, like, I think that you experience discomfort with that, but I think that you have gone through that for so long that you just go for it, because you know it ultimately it works out. It's fine. Like, it's fine. It'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? You know your intentions are good. Like, you know, this person has less experience with that and feels safer in the way of knowing steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what that is going to lead to, how to interact with that, like what that outcome is going to be, because then they'll know how to interact with that. They know how much of their self to show, or they know how much to engage with that thing, that person, that whatever. They know how to maneuver it. Why? To protect their self. Something about this, you might really like this person's hair. Or their head, like something about their hair and or their head. Like if they're bald, then their head. Something about like the top of their head or the top of their hair. I'm just seeing like playing in hair at the top, or like if they're bald, like rubbing their head or something like that. And I think that person likes that you like that. Do a relaxing activity, be more sensual. Okay, so this is your person, or the person that you're asking about. Or, sorry, this is who's asking about you. So now we're going to see why they're asking about you using this lovely little tarot deck right here. I feel like this person's pretty fun. Like, they're pretty cool. They might be kind of quiet sometimes. I think something about their voice. I don't know. So I'm getting things that come out, but because I'm saying like who's asking about you, this happened in pile 1 too. Because I'm saying who's asking about you, my intention was to like describe this person, like who they are, and then why they want to know about you. But a lot is coming like about this person for you. So like, for example, how I said like this person likes when you do this. It's like I'm giving you information about this person. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was, and oh gosh, okay, this happened in pile 1 too. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to describe, or if the way that I'm describing it is being described well. What I'm trying to explain is my intention was to say these are this person's characteristics. Now let's see why they're asking about you, and then answer that question for you to know, I guess, how to interact going forward. What's coming through is that as well, but it's like there's a hyper focus on like what you feel about this person too. You know what I mean? I think this person, I think you, oh, my heart, my heart chakra just lit up. I think that this person, like you, this person is your world. Like you really like, now I'm hearing, part of your world. Like, wish I could be part of your world. You guys might be in separation or like no contact. You might not be, well, yeah, okay, I can see that. You guys might not be communicating with each other. Yes, because this person's kind of like in hiding. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. And for you, it's like you're like this person's your world, or you want them to be a part of your world. Like you don't like these person's fears are their fears. They're not your own. And what I mean by that is like whatever they think that you would reject in them, you're like, I don't know what made you think that about you. Like, I don't know what I did to make you feel that way, to make you feel like I am the person that would reject you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting like, it really just comes, it's like, okay, so let me, be direct is coming out here. So what I'm getting is that like you might be a person that is, okay, I'm hearing what's understood doesn't need to be explained. So you might be a person that's a direct communicator. Like you're direct. You just like make it clear, get to the point, like say it what it is. Whereas this person is more like, I heard read between the lines type, but it's like, okay, I also heard passive aggressive. Like this person like will read the subtleties and then make up their mind. I'm just getting that this person doesn't trust that this person doesn't trust that anybody else would be honest if they directly asked you a question. You know what I mean? Like if they said like to you, oh, I'm bipolar, how do you think about that? They don't trust that you don't have the agenda to say, oh yeah, I love bipolar people, like da-da-da, but then turn around then and like talk behind their back or throw them under the bus or like, you know, gossip, be negative, whatever. They don't trust that not you only. Please don't personalize it. Not specifically to you, but anybody that people, and I'm getting that comes from their own experience. So like opening up about something like that because of their experience and because of like the harm, I'm just getting, wow, like this might actually even be, this person, okay, there's a lot that's coming through. So what I was going to say is like, they might have also experienced this from like family dynamics where the family made fun of them or didn't take them seriously, or like, you know, they told their family that they might have found this out about themselves, this neurodivergence or bipolar. Like that's coming through so heavy. So if that doesn't apply, I'm just It may not be bipolar. That's what's coming through so heavy. It could be some other kind of neurodivergence, or some type of disorder. But and I'm getting that this is not something that was like known in childhood for this person. And so they were handled is the word that's coming through. Like they were handled in such a way that was like detrimental to this person. And when this person then took it to family members, the response was, it was like not good. It was degrading. It was like, this person, I think, was like made fun of, or, you know, or like kind of interacted as if they were less than, like they weren't seen as a person anymore, or like a capable, respectable adult anymore by their family members. And that shit is hurtful as fuck for this person. And so like, well, for anybody, but like for this person. And so now this person is like hesitant to say anything to anybody else. And I'm getting especially to you, because I think that you're a pretty important person to this person. Like I think that your opinions, I heard valor. Gosh, I have to look that word up every time I hear it, because I don't remember. And I usually hear it through channeling. So I'll put that, I don't know what that means, but I just heard valor. So I was talking about how this person feels, like how they see you. And I heard valor. So I don't know what that means. Ugh. Hold on, let me see if I can look that up. If I can find, let me make sure this is still recording. Anyways, what I was trying to explain was that okay, I might have to pause this for a second. Oh no, okay, hold on. Let me try to look this up real quick, because I'm just being asked to like stop for a minute and look it up. Oops. Oh gosh. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm not able to look. Oh wait. Okay, so great courage in the face of danger, especially in valor. That's how they see you. Which, oh my God, like that makes me want to melt. How freaking adorable. So they see you as having great courage in the face of danger. Oh my gosh, I think this person compares their self to you. And so I was talking about, you know, like their experience with when they told a close family member who they trusted, who they were close with, who that's like the easy people to tell. That's who you know, that's who you've grown up with. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't even get that type of the response, if they got a terrible response from those people, from their own family members, or maybe like a less than desirable, you know, interaction from those people, it's like, now I heard timid. Yeah, like this person's timid to tell you, because like they see you with great valor. It's like they compare themselves. They see you with great strength, and they see you as someone like that you matter. You matter a lot to them. Your opinion matters to them. Okay, so now I'm seeing like the vision of the raccoon again. It's like they want to come out of that dark corner, but they don't know how, or like what. It's like they're so timid. Okay, a part of them also, it's like, yes, okay, so the armor, it's like they don't want you to see. It's not that they don't want you to see. I think they're afraid of what you might think. Oh, they're afraid. They don't want you to react or interact with them as less than. You know what I mean? Like that they're not a capable person. Oh, okay, this person I think like definitely needs validation in that way. Because it's like it's an insecurity, it's a shame, you know what I'm saying, that this person, and then the type of that this person has this divergence or disorder, and they didn't get the support from the people, their family members, people you would expect to get it from, you know, that even their own like flesh, like the people who know them, that they would expect like unconditional love from, minimized them and like don't interact with them as like a capable adult person. And your person doesn't like that, which Aaliyah here, like understandably so. Who the fuck would? So that's why your person is checking up on you, because they're trying to see, it's like they're trying to figure out how to say what they want to say, and in a way that like they still feel safe, but also like to see like how like if you're receptive or not receptive, like how you not to. Remember how I was saying to you in the beginning, like this person like likes to know direction 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what the outcome of that is going to be, so that they can interact with that, or they know how to interact with that outcome, or you know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's why they're checking in on you and asking about you, so they can kind of like figure out. Okay, I'm getting though like Spirit saying like you're hard, you the viewer, you're hard to pin down for this person. Like you're hard for them to. It's like when they start to write out, okay, steps 1, steps 2, like they're starting to write steps 1 through 5, and then they get to 3, and then like you've changed up, and you're like, they're like, wait a minute, like I'm confused. Like that doesn't match anything with these. Let me start all over, and then it's like that. It's like. They think that they start to make progress, and then you change up. Not in like you're not doing anything wrong. Like you don't have to change who you are, because obviously you did. Like I don't know that you knew this about this person beforehand. You're just being you. You're just being your authentic self, and it's like this can be seen as two different things. This can be seen as someone that's like manipulative and, you know, changes and for their own benefit. Like this can be seen through a darker lens, like more nefarious, like, oh, you just switch up like this 6 of Pentacles, like this, like, oh, you just want to allure, whatever. Or it could be seen as like, you're just seeing parts of like the whole you. Like when I see this, I think of like the bigger picture. So it's like you can see it in one or two ways. You can see this as like a very nefarious energy that's just trying to get what it wants, trying to attract and allure, and, you know, has very malicious intention. Or you can see this as like this, you're just seeing facets of, I'm looking at this, I forget what this is called with the 6 points, but it's like you see that each point is like a different facet of you as a whole person, and you understand that it's just a facet of the whole picture. Like this is like zooming out and seeing the whole field, or zooming in and seeing like the different mice and the different trees and the flowers and It's like that. You know what I mean? And I think that this person is understanding where they might have looked at you like this person before, where you had nefarious intentions and you were just trying to like suck someone in and be manipulative and blah, 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 where they might have seen that part of you. They might have seen you in that lens, because if they were in a darker space, this vulture, like, of course, they're going to see things through darkness. But I'm getting that they're like moving into this lighter dragonfly energy, and they're able to see like these are just facets of of the whole you, of your personality. And it's like the more that they check up on you and the more that they learn about you, the more it's like piecing together a puzzle, where they understand like how this behavior of yours, or this interaction of yours, or this expression of yours, these words that you said, how that makes sense and is compatible with this part of you, and how it all flows, and one is influenced the other, and this is just the whole of who you are. And what they were seeing were bits and pieces. It's like a never-ending puzzle is what I heard. And I think that person finds this fascinating. It's like exciting, like the excitement that never ends. Do you know what I'm saying? Like your person might be a person that gets bored easily, like I think they're very intellectual. I think they're very fucking smart. And so they can like problem solve. I heard like a G. Like they can problem solve well. And so they get bored easily because things that may be a challenge for most other people, like it's like they can do it, and then after a while it's like easy and effortless, and it's not a challenge. But for you, you are a challenge in a good way, because it's like you are a shapeshifter. So there's always something new and exciting to like figure out and engage with and interact with and enjoy, and like, do you know what I'm saying? And I think that person likes that because it kind of takes the attention off of them in that way, in the way that like they don't want the attention, meaning in the way that they don't want people to see just this bipolar and then interact only with that, you know, and then no longer interact with them as a respectable adult human being. Do you get what I'm saying? So your person really, this person, the person who's asking about you really appreciates you. It's so wild. It's such a like oxymoron, or it's ironic. That's the word. It's like your person really appreciates you for the things that they did not like about you, for the things that they pushed you away for in the beginning. You know what I mean? I heard, well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? And I heard it just like that. So I don't know, like, if someone's from the South, or if you guys are in the South, or what, I don't know. Maybe you watch a lot of, like, shows based in the South or something, but I heard it just like that. Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? So yeah, pile 2, that is your reading. That's what I have for you. And I hope that helps to provide some clarity. I hope that made sense for you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you think that this would be beneficial for someone else, please feel free to share this on. And if you're returning from a previous video, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you, pile 2. Bye. Pile 3. I am hungry. Is this the card? Okay, so we are asking, who is asking about you? Who's checking in on you? Who's checking up on you? Does it feel dark in here? I'm saying that like you're here. Does this, let me look at the screen. I feel like it's dark in here, and I'm not sure if that is reflecting well on the screen. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try to turn a light on? Let me see. Well, that's better for me, so I'm gonna go with it. All right, let me get a... I'm distracted by this song. Let me just go ahead and sing it because I'm hearing it in my I don't know, head, ear. I don't know how to even say that. I want to say I'm hearing it in my third eye, but that doesn't even make sense. Basically what I'm trying to say is like I'm hearing it through my psychic ability. Okay. Oh, I think Spirit wants me to. Hold on, please. Okay, the song. The song says, oh, okay. It's like, why am I so damn lonely? Am I the only one who... Okay, I cannot sing this. I don't know. I'm just going to read the lyrics. All right. Why am I so damn lonely? Am I the only... I was asked to sing that song, and I'm trying to figure out why, because I know I don't have the best singing voice, and I'm like recovering from a sinus infection again. Surprise, surprise. And I decided to wear my hair curly in the winter time. And I know I'm going off on a side tangent. My point is, I know that I'm sounding very nasally right now, so I have no idea why I was asked to sing that. But I'm going to say the words. Why am I so damn lonely? Am I the only one who feels this way? Why am I so damn reckless? I can't shake this. I am not okay. That's by Tones and I just keep on hearing that song in my head. Like, emphasis on why am I so damn lonely. So this is, we're describing your person, the person that is checking up on you. This energy is coming through a little bit slow. It's not... It's not that it's coming through slow. It's quiet. It's soft. It's still. It's like it's sad. It's sad. It's like I don't even want to. It's like this energy doesn't even want to speak. It doesn't want to do anything. It doesn't want to speak. Your person doesn't want to speak. Your person doesn't want to cry. Your person just doesn't. Your person, this person. Your person just wants to do or be, they only want to engage with whatever's going to make them happy right now. Because they have enough sadness on their own. They're carrying enough sadness on their own. I heard effortlessly. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to like cut that out a little bit. Got a little bit sidetracked. But what I was saying is that your person is, they've shut down. They don't want to do anything or engage with anything or involve themselves with anything that has to do with like they only want to engage with anything that makes them happy, that makes them feel fun. I heard loved. That makes them, I was going to say that makes them feel fun and like pleasurable, like, okay, I heard good time Sally. So maybe your person might want to be intimate, if you know what I'm saying. It's like they're with you. They might want to be intimate with you, if that applies. But what I'm getting is like it's like they are daydreaming. I'm getting like very fantastical daydreaming energy. Like it's like they're looking beyond, like they're looking, how do I describe this? And then look what I noticed right here at the top. Be sensual. Be more sensual. So let me get a couple of these. Let me describe your person a little bit more. Your person might be I keep saying your person, but I don't mean your person in that way. I just mean the person of this reading that we're asking, that's checking up on you. Okay, this person is very like, oh my gosh, down. It's like, I heard lethargic. It's very like, just slow moving energy. It's like depleted, like it's like the tank has run out. They're very lonely. They feel very isolated. And it's crazy because I feel like they feel very isolated in their elevation. And what I mean by that is like if you've ever had a spiritual, if you've ever been on a spiritual journey and you've received, you don't even have to be on a spiritual journey. If you've ever received some type of enlightenment about something, and nobody else around you has received that enlightenment yet or is open to that enlightenment, it's very isolating. I'm getting a drug dealing reference, so maybe you, the viewer, might be a drug dealer or have experience with that or might be able to relate to that. But this is the example that I'm being told to give you. It's like if you're a drug dealer and you have, I don't really know about the matrix of it, so if my examples aren't on par, please forgive me. But it's like if you're a drug dealer, right? and I know that there's like a hierarchy. Let's say you're like maybe midway through, and you try to tell the top boss like, yo, you gotta look out for this person on this block, because I know that this is your homie, but like he's about to try to run game on you. I like feel his energy, or like I peep this thing. You know what I'm saying? And because you're where you are, because you're like in the middle of the hierarchy, and because this person, that's his boy, because this top dog, like that's his boy that you're warning him about, it's like you're kind of just, it's like, yeah, all right, thanks for letting me know. You know what I'm saying? But now they're looking at you like they can't trust you, and like you're isolated. It's like nobody else sees this shady shit that's happening. That's your energy. That's okay, hold on, I'm confusing myself, because I'm describing this to you. So in this example of drug dealing, like that's your energy, that middle person, right? To try to relate it back to what this person is feeling like. So it's like you see this energy of this person that is your top dog, the higher person. Okay, I need better terminology than this. Anyways, there's person A who's the top dog in the line that you work, right? And you're like the middle hierarchy. Then there's person B that's his homeboy, but he runs another block. And you're saying to person A, like, yo, you got to watch out for person B. I know that's your homie, but like, I just peeped some stuff that looked really crazy. And he's just kind of like, yeah, oh yeah, what did you peep? Oh, okay, yeah, word. And it's kind of like patronizing. And you're like, I'm trying to tell you, I know that's your boy. I know I sound crazy. I know, like maybe I'm not up in the level, so maybe you don't trust me, whatever the situation. I know how I sound, but like, I'm telling you, right? And they're like, yeah, okay. And then as soon as you leave, now this person A is talking to like person B and saying like, yo, can you believe this? And talking to everybody else and like, yo, about you. Meanwhile, person B is legit plotting some shit. And now person B knows that person A knows and knows that you know. And so now they're shifting their plan to make it work in their favor, and then boom, attack. You know what I'm saying? But in that moment, from when you tell person A to when person B attacks and everybody's looking at you crazy, you're feeling isolated. Because you're like, I know what the fuck I know, and I know this doesn't make sense, but like, somebody has to see this shit. Like, I can't be the only one. That's how your person is feeling. Like, your person has received some type of enlightenment, some type of, I heard level up. So this could be like in the spiritual realm. This doesn't necessarily have to be physical. Like, they're physical. I'm actually getting like, okay, it's a lot coming through. So I'm actually getting that like they may be like, I keep hearing upper echelon in the spiritual level. Like, they may be upper echelon in the spiritual level, but in the physical world, like here on earth, your person, if you look at like their tangible belongings, their material belongings, they may not have very much. They're not upper echelon. They may be like lower, like bottom. And they like are bottom according to like societal standards. And they're like looking, it's like they're looking out for better. They're looking out for better in the spirit, in the physical world. And it's like they feel isolated because they're on this upper echelon in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, but it's the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? And their job is to bring that down and make it tangible in the physical realm. And they do that. They're good at it. But it's progressive. The things that they say, the way that they interact, the way that their perspective, it's progressive. It's futuristic. So it's lonely. Not, it's like they are sharing the information for other people to decide whether they're on board or not. But it's like they're the first one there. Oh my gosh, I heard Holy Land. Excuse me. Like, so I don't know. That's a reference. I don't really know what that means exactly, but like they're the first one there. You know what I mean? And it's like, now they got to go back and say like, oh my gosh, everybody, I found this Holy Land, whatever. And people are looking at them like, you're fucking crazy, Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? And it's isolating because like no one believes them. This is a metaphor, you guys. This is a metaphor. So like, this is one of these piles, like if you know, you know. If you don't, it's not your pile and it's all good. But like, if you know, you know. This is what your person is trying to explain, it's not even explain. It's like, this is what your person is trying to like reconcile with. The fact that they have this, that they're upper echelon in the spiritual realm, but they have to exist in the physical realm on this lower level. And like, it feels disconnected. You know what I mean? Because like, the praise and the accolade and the accomplishment and the progression and stuff that they can make in the spiritual realm, it doesn't reflect in the physical, and they still have to exist in the physical. They still have to be a human. They still have to pay bills. They still have to do these things. And it's like they're trying to bring the two together in a way that serves both, that doesn't neglect their self, but it's like, they're not getting the support, or it's like they can't just exist solely in the spiritual realm where they're completely fine, and they can't just exist solely in the physical realm, because it's like they propel each other. This feels like a catch-22 situation to this person, and it's isolating and it's lonely. And at this point now, it's like it's sad. It's sad. This person feels so sad. It's like a double-edged sword. Like, on one hand, it's so great to have this perspective, to be able to see things, to have this wisdom, I heard soar above, to have the soar above, not meaning that they feel that they're better than anyone, but meaning that they can zoom out and see the full picture, and then be able to come back down and break it down and explain it in a way that to disperse. Okay, I'm seeing distribution, like to distribute it out to people, whatever, in the physical realm. Whether they take it or not is not the issue. It's just like that's what they've been blessed to be able to do, and that's what they do. Not forcing it on someone or other people is not this person's agenda. They just know that this is what they do, so that's what they do, and they're good at it, and they like that. But it's lonely because they understand that the perspective that they bring, it's not mainstream. On the other hand, in the physical realm, they know that they are psychic. I'm looking at this zebra and how this third eye area is highlighted. Like, they know that they're heavily psychic. But in the physical realm, that's also another thing that's not mainstream or heavily accepted. So it's like they feel lonely because they can't just exist only in the spiritual realm. They're a human being. They can't exist only in the physical realm because they're a spiritual being. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're both. And it's like, so now they feel very fucking isolated. That's who your person is. And I think that it's like so much so that they've lost connection with their self. But with their self, I mean even their sensuality, their creativity. It's like it's like they can't even find joy or pleasure anymore. I'm hearing like it's like they're existing halfway, like it's like a line. It's like 1 foot on either side. And they don't know how, like, it's like they don't want to have to choose, but they don't. It's like they don't know what to do. So if you know who that is, you would know who that is. Okay, not yet. Spirit said. I feel like let me get a couple more of these. All right. Okay. Be more sensual. Nurture yourself. Sensual. Did I say sensual? Be more sensual. Nurture yourself. Strengthen your willpower. Just had to check to make sure it was still all right, so that's who is asking about you, checking up on you. So now we're gonna see why are they checking on you. Pile 3. Where is this person asking about pile 3, checking on pile 3, checking in? Keep hearing exist, and it's like a phrase that's trying to come through, and I'm like, I keep hearing exist. I don't know what that, like, it's like exist in the, it's like there's the rest of the sentence, but it goes like like eardrum goes numb, and I can't, it's not like literally numb. It's like the how do I even explain that? It's because it's not my like physical eardrum, it's my psychic eardrum goes numb. And I just keep hearing exists. But even like, so like that's a good example of how your person feels. The way that I just tried to describe like my psychic eardrum and stuff, like that's not something that you could just go to the mall and like, I don't know why I said mall, because I was totally thinking park, but whatever. Like, it's not somewhere where you can go and like run into a person, a friend, another parent, or whatever, and like kind of say those things, and it would be like relatable or even accepted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I have YouTube, and so at this point, I'm pretty open about, I'm not just gonna go spreading it everywhere. Like, I feel like if someone was open to having that discussion, I would have this discussion for sure about my psychic gifts. So that's the thing that I would say. But like, you know, I've activated this YouTube channel for us. So it's not uncommon, like it's known that I discussed this, that this is a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a secret as the moon card falls out. It's not a secret for me. So for me, I would say it. I'm not really so much stuck in the space of like, will this be accepted or not? Like I throw it out there, and if it's received, it's received. If it's not, it's not. But it still can feel very isolating. Like that's an example of what your person feels, but I don't think that I don't know that they're at this level. I don't know that they're at, I didn't mean to say this level. I don't know that they I don't even know that they know how to, they just feel isolated and sad. I don't mean to minimize it like that and say that's just what they feel. It's not, it's like, I don't think they have a lot of people around them that they can talk to about this that would be interested or open or like curious or even help to explain it to them, or like, God, I'm just noticing how much I say like. I just had a self-awareness moment because I say that I'm like totally open to like, and I share like, you know, and I feel like on an how do I explain this? Like on an internal level, I'm open, but as far as like I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to, I know that's a long pause. This person is really introspective. An internal processor for sure. They might be good with computers. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm asking why. God, I'm like noticing how it doesn't matter. I'm asking why this person is asking about you, like why they're checking up on you. And it's like I'm getting like this is a choice. This is an internal choice. They are trying to decide between two. Honestly, I'm getting two people, you and someone else. And it's like it's like weighing up the options. And I don't know which person you are, if you're the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Cups. I don't know if you're more like direct and cutthroat, or if you're more just like compassionate and loving and nurturing. And that's not to say that the Queen of Swords isn't. She's just direct. She's not, like the Queen of Cups is mad intuitive, more in their emotional body. The Queen of Swords is like, you know, cutthroat, like they're not really an emotional person. But it's like, you know what to expect. It's like the Queen of Cups is more emotional. They go with the flow. The Queen of Cups they're intuitively led. The Queen of Swords is logically led. This person's trying to make up their mind. They're trying to make a decision. I think they're consulting someone. Oh. They might be consulting. They might be consulting tarot. Or a father figure. I heard priest. Gosh, this person, I feel like mental, it's like how do I describe this? It's very methodical is the word I just heard. It's very like methodical. It's very slow processing. It's not rushed. This is weighing up all of the options. They might be considering, I think they're considering like folding you into their life, into their home, and how that would work. Like which of the two, like okay, hold on. I know I'm shuffling. I'm not looking for more cards. I'm just like, I don't know, my hand movements, they help me to it sounds really weird, but it's like they help me to like connect to I don't know how to even describe that, like to, I guess, process the channeled message. It just helps me to like connect deeper, to tap in further. I don't know why I felt the need to explain that. Maybe that's how this person is like feeling, or what, you know, like that's a part of their process or something. Their process of like connecting to their, okay, no, hold on. Strengthen your willpower. Oh, this person is trying to strengthen their willpower. Oh, I think that, okay, so I believe that this person wants to take an action. They want to take action. And I think that there's another person, either now or in the past, that was involved somehow in this dynamic between you and whatever this situation is. That there's a secret. There's a secret about a person that they kept, and they want to take action towards you, but it's like they know that that's an obstacle, or that there was a choice that they made and they chose wrong. It's like something about a choice and how they chose, or how they want to choose, and what was kept secret from you, and what may I'm getting like that was kept secret from you, but maybe that other person knew about you. Because like I'm just looking at these two people, and it's like the moon card is by the Queen of Swords energy, right? That's like secretive ass energy, and like this Queen of Swords sees you. They're looking at you past this whole, the Hierophant, the tradition, the contract, whatever, and you're like looking down at your whatever this, what is that thing? I should probably know what that is, but I don't. But anyways, my point is like you're not interested. You're not looking, like that person wasn't even on your radar. For whatever reason, like it's just that person was not on your radar. You were in your own zone. And like it's like that person had an unfair advantage. So this person is checking up on you because something about this situation, like I heard rectify, like I think that this person wants to rectify a choice that was made. But they're trying to figure out, it's like they're trying to figure out the best way to do that. And the best way to take action by like knowing like what's your, like how you feel, or what, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like how you feel. This feels like a very I feel like a lot needs to be said. A lot needs to be said between the both of you guys. Maybe even some tears need to be shed, or they will be shed. Some sort of emotional like release. But this person that's checking up on you is doing so in secret. Like they're not like, they don't, if you were to look up at that person, they would already be turned around. You wouldn't even see them looking at you. But then when you're looking down at your thing and you're like minding your own business, when you're not looking, they don't want you to know that they're looking at you, or that they're checking in or asking about you or whatever. Like they don't want you to know that. Why? I have no idea. I don't even know that do you guys want to know? Why is that? Why do they not want pile 3 to know? And we had like, so I heard like grief, loss, and then I heard don't cry over spilled milk. Oh, they don't want you to know that they're like, that they are, that they don't, okay, how, they don't want you to know that they are like sad about this situation, or not about their choice. They don't want you to know that they're sad. They don't want you to know that they're sad without you. I heard I feel so misunderstood. It's like the world just doesn't understand them. And something about you, like, they felt so seen and so, like, understood. And so I'm just getting like how can I'm okay, I'm hearing engulfed. It's like okay, let me just describe what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing a person with, like, a cloak like this. And if that's you, like, when they came, it's like you took that cloak and wrapped it around them and, like, held them safe in your, I heard, in your bosom. Whether you're a guy or girl, that's just an expression. But, like, that's how they feel. Like, you just kind of, like, wrapped them in. Like, they feel, okay, so like, they felt so understood and so, like, safe and protected. It's like they felt so seen and so hidden at the same time. Which is, it's like this safety in your own home. How do I describe this? It's like, that sounds so wild to say, like, you feel so seen and so hidden. It's like, yes, they felt so seen by you, but so hidden and protected from, like, the dangers of the rest of the world when they were with you, when they were in your presence. You know what I'm saying? I heard gatekeeper. It's like you were the gatekeeper. Like, you were the gatekeeper. Like, you, and they trusted you. Like, to know, like, yes, this energy can come in. Yes, this energy can come in. No, that energy can't. Like, that's not safe. Like, they trusted you to, you know what I mean? That's how they felt with you, around you. Like, I heard, like, they finally felt like they could let their guard down. Like, they could just let their guard down and just be, because, like, they didn't have to be on high alert, on guard, on defense all the fucking time. And it was like, you know what I mean? Like, being on guard all the time didn't give them the room, the opportunity, the time, the energy for anything else, let alone their self. Like, to do, or to even just be. Like, it's like, I can't relax because I'm constantly on guard all the time. Like, I'm constantly having to protect myself. That's their energy. So yeah, I think this person recognized, like, they recognized just how tense they were before they met you, by meeting you and seeing how tense they are after, if that makes sense. It's like they were living in this, they were, like, maybe constant tension, and it was normal, it felt fine. And then meeting you, when they relax, they finally, it's like the pain of being so tense all that time, it's like they finally recognize, like, how tense they were once, you know, after being able to be around you and, like, actually relax. And that makes them sad. I think they're like, they're waiting for you. They're just, like, looking out, waiting for you. Not in a, not, I mean, maybe, but not in a literal sense. Like, in a way that's just like, I don't even want to look for anything else, anyone else. Like, I don't even, and this can be in a romantic sense, in a friendship way. Like, maybe this is a family member who parted separate ways. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's an old job that you want to get back. It's like they realize, like, this was a good thing, and I want it back. And they're, like, waiting for you in whatever way, either waiting for you to come back or waiting for you to like, waiting for the opportunity to come to you, something. They're waiting for this, for you to come back again in what, like, however that can happen. But I feel like that's not for you, the viewer, to do. Yeah, that's not for you, the viewer, to do. Like, that person, that's, don't, so, I mean, do what you do, you know, but that's for that person to do. Because that's for them to reconcile this choice. There are themes of reconciliation within all of these piles. But that's the message that I have for you, pile 3. So I hope that something here provided clarity, and I hope that something here resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you think someone else will benefit from this message, please feel free to share it. If you are returning from a past video, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you in a future video. Bye, pile 3. Pile number 3. I'm lying. Pile number 4. What's up with ya? We're gonna get into this in a minute, don't mind me. Alright, I just want to make sure this, I probably should have left that burning a little bit longer. Alright, pile number 4. What's up with you? Okay. So, we are asking who is checking in on you, who's checking up on you, who's asking about you, and why. This might, okay, so this might be a loved one that has passed. I'm getting like crows, and crows for me personally connect me to like ancestry, but crows also is connected to like spiritual realm. And then obviously with this, I don't typically take this card as a literal death, and it took me a minute to get that energy, but this feels like it's a loved one that has passed. So, oh man, this one might be, I don't know why I said oh man. Does this feel dark to you guys? No, okay, I guess the lighting is pretty fine. It feels dark in my actual space. So, I might turn on another light. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if that made a difference on the screen, but it helps me, so. Okay. All right, let me tap into this energy. Okay, so I feel like there's more than one. How can I describe this? Let me just hold on for a second, because I need to, like, I heard filter this out. This energy is patient. I heard lying in wait. I think they're waiting for you to recognize them. Like to recognize them, or to recognize the spiritual realm, or to recognize the fact that angels are with us. That you know, there is the spiritual realm is not separate from the physical realm. Like it is, but you know, oh my gosh, that's a whole other thing. But it's like that. I think that you are functioning in a little bit of disbelief in that way. Like that angels can actually exist. It's shocking. It's a little bit surprising to me that you're here at this reading, to be honest with you, because you strike me kind of as like a skepticism. Nah, it doesn't shock me, because I mean, I guess in order to be able to understand, believe, or make a decision about anything, how would you if you don't have the research, right? So research being experience. So it's almost like you're waiting to be proven, like you're waiting to be proved, like you're waiting for. So in this reading, for example, it's like you're waiting for me to say something specific that you'll know. Only, like, there's no way that I would know that. There's no way that I would have that information, access to that, in order for you to believe that this spirit that's with you is actually with you. Like, you might have heard someone say, like, oh, you know, this person's with you, or this person's looking out with you, or this person's always with you, or whatever it is. And I'm getting two specific energies. One is a younger male, masculine energy, male energy, and one is an older woman energy. So the woman energy is like a maternal energy, and then the male energy I'm getting is like a like a friend energy, like your peer, like someone maybe in closer to your age range. Whereas the female energy is more maternal. They're older. They're years older than you. They're watching out for you. I'm getting I'm seeing, like, for this woman, I'm seeing like these, like, I don't know what they're called. They're not bobby pins and they're not clips, but kind of like they're clips that you would like slide into your hair. You know those clips that it kind of looks like a paper clip? It's like this, and it's open like this, and you slide it in, and then to get it you kind of have to like lift it, and then it latches like that. It's like one of those type of barrettes. I'm gonna see if I can, I don't know, like maybe add a link to an image of what I'm talking about in the description. But it's like for this woman, I'm seeing that they have one of those on the side of their head, like behind, like right above their ear, in their hair. Like it's like, does that make sense? Like right above their ear. So maybe that's something that's significant to you, or something that they wore a lot when they were alive. And I'm seeing like it's like curled under, like it's maybe, how would I describe this? Like shoulderish, I would say, like chin length. I don't know. It's not. It's right underneath the nape of the neck, and it's like curled under. Um, okay, sorry. I'm just. This person, they're not. They're. It's like they are present, but not saying or sharing very much. They're pretty quiet. Um, I think. Okay, hold on. Something about the head is significant for this person. Eyes, something about their eyes. Um, they're like they're watch. They see you. This is like giving me like a kind of like a scolding mother. Like a, I don't. I want to say disappointed. Like they're watching you and they're not happy. They're not like happy with, I don't know, maybe like your choices or your recent actions. I'm just getting like like hands on hip, like you know better kind of energy. Like it's like they're kind of scolding you. And I'm just seeing you like you, like it's like like you know what I'm describing, like that feeling or like that look that it's like in their eye, like it's like it's a look or an intensity or something. It's you know what I'm talking about. And it's like when you get that, it's kind of like this, oh, like I was caught. Like, dang it. She knew. You know what I mean? Or like she knows. She caught me. Like it's that kind of energy. I'm seeing you like smile, like it's okay. How do I describe this? I'm just like seeing your interaction, like you smiling. It's like this mischievous type of smile. It's like this. You know you did something wrong. She knows you did something wrong, and you're kind of just like yeah, you know me. I'm always in something. And then she's like, this female energy is like looking at you, just kind of like, yeah, I know. But there's like there is there's accept there okay, that's not the word. There's unconditional love here. Like this female energy knows who you are and appreciates who you are, and it's like they'll say something like, you're messing up, but I heard they let you rock. um I don't So this person guides you intuitively often. um so if you're ever like if you ever feel like kind of like led to do something, or like maybe something that doesn't make sense or whatever, like that's they're like guiding you, they're influencing you. Yo, this candle did not light. It went out in the first reading that I did, and it would not relight for 2, it would not relight for 3, and it has lit back up for you guys. And I feel like that's significant. It's like yes, like they are your guiding light. I just totally feel your doubt. Like, okay, yeah, give me some sort of like proof. Like, give me something solid, like that I can actually, you know what I mean? Like, believe or cling on to. I'm seeing a necklace, a pearl necklace, that this female energy wore. Okay, so now this masculine energy wants to come in. It's a younger energy. Um, they may have passed like in a car wreck, or I'm seeing a red vehicle. Or no, hold on. I heard Corvette. This person may have liked to dance. I'm getting like a slender build. I'm getting like very lively, like in the mix energy, very like jovial, like, oh yeah, you know what, almost like this type of person that never meets a stranger. Like they're always happy, they're always upbeat, they're always just cheerful, like they're always looking out, they're always just like kind of silly, like kind of like not silly. It's like they're so playful, they're so lighthearted. No, hold on. It's just it's good. It's like they always have a smile. I'm seeing like shorts. Something about these shorts. I don't know if that. I don't know how that's significant or why that's significant, but I'm gonna keep talking about it. Shorts. So were they in shorts when they passed, or is there something about shorts? Okay, this is gonna make sense to who this makes sense to, but something about shorts. And you'll know, but they said represent my dude, and they're very proud of you. Um, Something about the color blue also is coming through. These shorts might be blue. I can't tell if they're like denim shorts or like, or they have like a blue print, like a blue colored like pattern or design or something on them. I think this person used to smoke. Maybe you guys used to smoke together, or this person used to smoke. I heard burnout. Burnout. Oh, this person may have been considered a burnout or called a burnout, or maybe something about burnout and smoking. This person's like very excited. It's like they're going down memory lane, and they're just like, yo, like they're super excited to like talk to you and just go down memory lane and like, yo, you remember when I da. Like they're so freaking happy. Like I just keep hearing like, yo, what up, my dude? So that might be a thing that you guys said to each other, or that they said to you, or that this person said a lot. I'm seeing like a handshake like 3 times, and then like pull. It's like something about three, like the three, like 1, 2, 3, and then you do whatever, or something like that. It comes back. Like I'm seeing that like 1, 2, 3, and then all the way back, and then it's like a hand. Maybe you guys had a secret handshake, or a certain handshake, or a certain way that you guys greeted each other. Um, I think you guys were friends as like kids, or when you were really young. Something about like, okay, hold on, let me just. I'm just getting like, did you guys? Is this maybe you guys found like a dead bird or something as kids? Like, not maybe not as kids. Something about finding a dead bird. Like I'm just seeing someone like finding a dead bird and like picking at it and like picking it up with a stick. Is that? I think that they're. I think they're like bringing up to you, like, you remember that time when you picked up this like dead bird? It's like this person really just wants to go down memory lane with you. Oh, they feel like you've been sad. Oh, they're showing me that you've been sad without them. And that's like, they don't like that. They want to like okay. They want to uplift your spirits. They said that they've been like working in your favor, like they've been moving things, and like in the spiritual realm, like they've been helping move things around in your favor for your benefit. They said look up. So, but, and then I also, like, I don't know if that means, like, look up. I think that means, like, lift your head up, like, pick your head up, but also, like, look up in the sky. I think they're saying, like, talk to him. They said, I know it's weird. um, this person, this female person, it might be a mother figure. If it's not like your biological mother, which I'm heavily getting, then it's a mother figure. And they're just like off on the corner. They're just watching you. They're just around you. They just like, they don't, she doesn't really have very much to say. She's just observing. She's very like kind of just quiet and to herself, soft. Like she's not, um, she's not very vocal. First, she might, okay. Something about like deaf is coming through. So I don't know if she was deaf or if she knew sign language or taught sign language. ASL, American Sign Language, is coming through. Or she like worked with deaf. Something about deaf, not deaf, deaf, like unable to hear. Or the hearing's not as great, or like maybe one ear. You, is it you? I heard hard of hearing. I suddenly just got a wave of like this, like in my heart, in my chest. It felt like nerves or anxiety, like my heart just kind of fluttered. And I can't tell if that's your energy or if, like, are turtles significant? Like sea turtles? Does that mean something to you? I'm seeing like sea turtles like flapping to get to the water. You know what I mean? At the beach, like at the ocean. Somebody, something. Do you know? I'm seeing like I think did someone drown or almost drown? You did you have an experience of like almost drowning at the beach when you were a kid? Um, Obviously, everything that I say isn't going to apply to everyone. This is a general message, so just take whatever is like hitting. And I know for some of you guys, it's going to be so mind-boggling. Like there's something here is going to make you. It's like it's going to be so mind-boggling because it's like, whoa, how the f would you know that? But then also like, how would this apply in a general reading where however many people, you know what I mean, like have access to this? Like, you know, it's like how can this pertain to me and to everyone? Well, that's because we're all connected, and that's how spirit works. So when you get into it, you know. Like if you know, you know. If you don't, it's all good. I can teach you. You heard? I could teach you, but I have to charge. um, okay, so I feel like you might have like skinny legs, thin legs. I heard chicken leg, and I'm not making fun or laughing, but like one of these energies, something about chicken legs. You might have chicken legs, and like this masculine energy is pointing it out. Like, I feel like this. Okay, hold on. It's in jest. It's like they're not making fun of you, they're joking, but it's like this might have been a thing that they like picked out on you, or like joked with you about, or you guys talked about or something. Like, it's like like I don't think that that's something that you would be offended by. Like, this is like a common banter. That's what I heard. Common banter between you guys. I heard Chicken Little, like, and I'm seeing the legs again. Yeah, this person's like hardcore. Like, this is your homie. This is your homie. Like, they are so comfortable with you. Like, they're hardcore. It's like how you guys used to talk to each other. I think, like, joking, you know. Like, it's like I'm getting the energy that this person is like younger than you, but they were like maybe you looked up to them. I think you guys smoked a lot together. Like, I'm just getting that you guys smoked and had conversations. Like, you guys like, this person is like you guys talked about some shit. Like, you guys talked about some shit you've been to. Like, you would know. Like, you guys talked about some shit. And it's just like he's acknowledging that. So I'm not getting very much from this. Like, this mother figure is it's like she's just sitting in the corner. She's just so quiet and patient and just observing and just like here, she's around. Like, she just wants to be with you. She just wants to be near you. I'm just getting the energy though that like that's intentional, that she's like quiet and doesn't say anything. I don't know. I feel like it's not the best relationship, or it didn't end off in the best way or something. And this person's patient. It's like when you're ready to come and talk, if you like, there's no pressure. This person is just happy to sit and wait. And if you never come and talk to them, they're okay, because like they waited. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I respect you to do whatever. It's almost like, I don't know if this person did something that they're not proud of or happy, or like they did something that infected you or to you or something. And like, I don't know if you're carrying something against this mother figure. They're not trying to antagonize. It's like they're not trying to pressure you or taunt you or anything. It's like they're looking out for you, but from a respectful distance. And like, if you want to have they're just gonna leave it up to you. Like, if you want to have a conversation with them, then you know what I mean. Like, you can, they're there. But if you don't, like, they're just gonna wait. And then if the opportunity never comes, then the opportunity never comes. Like, if you get to the point where you are no longer in the physical realm and you move on to the spiritual realm, that's fine. And you never reach out to that person, to this mother figure, that's fine. Like, they're gonna just patiently wait in case you decide to. And if you don't, like, they don't need to know if you're going to or not. There's no pressure. It's like, it's such silent, soft energy of just like patience. It's like calm. It's just so, oh God, this energy is so, this isn't evil. This energy, it's like I don't know if humbled is the word. It's like a perspective that's gained about like the physical world. realm and actions and things like that, and like their transition into the spiritual realm allowed them to see things from a perspective that, if let's say for example they might have been like angry at you for not forgiving them or whatever, like they're whatever the situation, if they had some sort of hostility or animosity or whatever for towards you for whatever it is, feeling how you feel or something that was done, if they were expecting you to like forgive them or whatever, and they held on to the fact that you wouldn't forgive them, then they're not in that energy anymore. It's like they see you where you are and for how you feel, and they're validating that completely. And they're like, if this person never wants to speak to me again, that's cool. If they do, that's cool. If they don't want to tell me whether they want to speak to me or not, like that's cool. I'm gonna wait here in case they want to. I don't want to not be there. I don't want to not answer their questions. I don't want to not support them. I don't want to not encourage them. I don't want to not give them what they need, what I wasn't able to in the physical world. But if they choose not to, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to pressure them. I accept that also. It's like this person knows, they understand the full situation, and they also know their fate. They respect why you feel the way you feel, or I'm not getting details about the situation. I don't know what it is. So you'll have to piece this together, like, you know, if you're interested. You'll know though. I don't feel like you have to piece it together. The more important part is like it's like they are acknowledging their part, and they're acknowledging your feelings and your perspective, your position, your stance, and they're not challenging anything about how you feel. Even if that were to change and flip to the opposite tomorrow, they're not challenging it. They're not jumping for joy in one way. They're just letting you be. And when you want to come to them, if you want to come to them, they're there. If you choose not to come to them, they're not they're not doing anything to like they're not like seeking revenge in the spiritual realm and like effing up your life because you're not going to them or because you don't forgive. They're not. So I feel like that might be a thing that you might have been questioning or wondering, like if this, you know, ancestor or this mother figure, if they've been like sabotaging your life from the spiritual realm here in your physical. They're not. They're just like so quietly in this corner, just like so silent, so still, and it's like you wouldn't even know that they were there. Not in a creepy way, not in like a they're lurking. It's just like, I'm here. I don't want, this person is doing their best to not disturb or disrupt anything or inflict any kind of pain or harm or torture or torment or stress or anything onto you. Like, they're doing their best to just be there if the chance arises that you reach out for them. They're not hoping for it. They're not like, they don't have expectations of it. They're not hoping it doesn't happen. It's like, I don't even know how to describe this any better than it's like, it's neutral. It's such neutral energy. There's no persuasion or influence one way or the other. There's no emotional attachment to an outcome one way or the other. It's like, this is surrender, acceptance. This feels to me like someone has recognized their own wrong and they have not a leg to stand on. And not in like a I'm an embarrassed way. It's like a I did this thing and this is my consequence and I accept that. And so if the divine has me to sit here next to this person who refuses to reach out for me for the rest of their life, I accept that. Like that I accept that. And if they choose to reach out, it's like I know what this is the energy of this mother figure. Like, I know what I did wrong, and however this person chooses to, or this person meaning you, chooses to or chooses not to engage with me, like, I'm gonna accept that. But I will be here for this person if they decide to reach out. And that's not to pressure you. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, there's no pressure on you one way or the other to do a thing or not do a thing. They're not pulling on your energy to, you know, feel one way towards them or not feel another way towards them. Like, they're not moving things around in your life for your detriment or your benefit. Like, this is a complete, this almost feels like a sentence, like a punishment for this person in the spiritual realm. Like, they have to, but they're not looking at it as a punishment. They are completely accepting it because they have gained a perspective. It's almost like this person that does something to someone and then that same thing is done to them, and now like they're realizing how that fucked, excuse my language, it's like they're realizing how that effed up that other person because they're having to feel that now. So it's like I keep hearing humble pie, like they've gotten a slice of humble pie, like they, you know what I mean? So yeah. So that is why both of these energies are checking up on you. The mother figure, because in the chance that you reach out and to that person specifically for whatever it is that you may need, they want to be, they don't, it's like they don't want to disappoint or let you down. They don't want to not show up for you again, is what I'm hearing. Like, it's like in whatever way that makes sense to you, they didn't show up for you when you were younger. And now that they're in the spiritual realm, like they don't want you to like cry out or pray or whatever, and there's an opportunity for them to show up and support you, but they're not there. So they're just there. That's why they're checking up on you. They're just like there waiting and making sure you're okay. And like when I say making sure you're okay, again, I don't mean like I'm going to actively do something, but should you call on them and say like, I need you to make this situation okay, whatever it is, even if it's like, I lost $20 and I really needed that for gas, so I need you to make that situation okay, then will show up. But they're not inviting themselves into your life. This other male energy, they're checking on you because they recognize how sad you are, and they're trying to do things. They're working in your favor, like to uplift you, like those little moments of good luck that you experience that kind of seems like a coincidence or whatever, because again, I'm getting that you are like a doubter, a skeptical person. That's their influence. They're moving things around, like setting you up at the, you know, if you ever find a moment where you're like trying to get out of the house at a certain time, but shit keeps happening and you're like, God damn it, I can't leave. And then finally you leave, and then you're, you know, kind of flustered or whatever, but then you get to whatever and you find a $20 bill, for example. It's like that needed to be delayed so that the person that dropped that $20 bill, like they needed to have the time to drop it in that exact spot that you were going to be in the time that you were going to be there so that you can get it, like that type of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what this male energy is doing for you, and that's why they're checking up on you. They see the sadness that you're carrying, and they're trying to help you, like, you know, just these sprinkles of like good luck, these little things. You know, but you can call them in at any time to ask them for their help to move bigger things, like not these just incidental, like, you know, smaller good luck blessings or whatever. That's it. Look how I was getting ready to wrap that up, and then boom, look at that. Spirit is so fucking incredible, yo. So that's it. The candle's out. That's done. That's done. That is done, pile 4. Wow, I was not expecting this at all, but I super love that. That was the first time I had like this type of tarot reading on a recording, and so I didn't know that I was ever going to have one like this, but I seriously hope that this was beneficial and that it helped you. It provided some sort of like support and uplifting, and I know that, you know, you, like I said, you were coming through kind of like skeptical, but I hope that this is, I don't know, I hope this helped you to connect and uplift you, help you to feel better about reaching out and talking to, communicating with your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your people, your loved ones that have passed on. They're with you. So, pile 1, if this was a message that benefited you, not pile 1, I'm so sorry. Maybe check out pile 1. But pile 4, if this is a message that has benefited you, I would like to invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you think that this message will benefit someone else, please feel free to share this along. If you're returning from a past video, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you in a future video. Bye, pile 4.